Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for a World Cup semi-final preview, people. World Cup semi-final preview. Big up to Lewis, big up to Goonie. Obviously, those that have just been redirected from Lewis's channel. Please make sure, first and foremost, you hit the like button on the video. Vitally important you do that. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this across all the socials and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Big up to everyone who's watching. Big up to everyone who's watching this back after the live as well. So salute to everyone. Like I said, we're here, semi-finals of the World Cup. Argentina versus Croatia, France versus Morocco. Get your questions in, people, in regards to the World Cup. Any questions you have in regards to the World Cup? And of course, the Premier League's back next week. So if you have any questions, Manchester United questions, that is also fine as well, people. So get your sporting questions in. Semi-final preview, but also a Q&A as well. So yeah, get your questions in. Like I said, don't forget, link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well, people. The link for the membership is in the pinned comment. Big up to Victor, who says big up. Big up to Paul, who says hello there. Hit the likes and subscribe. All that good stuff, people. All of that good stuff. Like I said, we'll start with Argentina, Croatia. I'll start with, this is a surprising four. This is a very, very, very surprising four in terms of who picked this. No one had Argentina, Croatia, France, Morocco. If you did, you should have put money on that, and you should be a very rich man or rich woman right now, because nobody had that as the final four. Like, people had Croatia not getting out of their group, people had Morocco not getting out of their group, people had, the whole World Cup, the holders, the curse. People had France not getting out of their group or getting knocked out in the round of 16. And Argentina's another one, a team I've been very critical of, Argentina, because I don't think they're a great side. The only side I really rate out of these four I look at is, I think, obviously France with Mbappe. They have the X factor with Mbappe. Croatia with Modric, with Kovacic. You have two extremely talented players. Morocco are a good side though, like in terms of just as a team, as our Croatia, as our France, and as our Argentina as well. Because like, we'll start there with Argentina. Of course, Messi is the highlight, but I don't rate the team that highly. But somehow they've managed to get into a semi-final. And I don't know, I know how, because when you look at who they've played, they ain't really played anybody too tough. Like, they were my pick for underachievers, because there were a lot of people's favorites. A lot of people's favorites. And I was like, right, they've reached the semi-final, they've overachieved. And then I can't remember, somebody said it to me and was like, well, if they get knocked out by Croatia, that's an underachievement, because they should beat Croatia. Let me know though, should Argentina beat Croatia? Should Argentina be? Who's the favorite for that matchup? Are Croatia a better team than Argentina, but Argentina have the X factor with Messi? Because when I look at the Argentina lineup, I really don't rate it too tough. All right, goalkeeper's good. You've got Martinez, you've got Romero, but the fullbacks ain't nothing special. Of course, you got Enzo Fernandez, who's the talk of the town, of course. But then even that forward line, Di Maria, you know what I'm saying? Alvarez, not much. Welcome my American brother, Peter, to the building as well. Yes, Peter, what you saying, man?
I'm good. I'm good. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, man. All good. I'm just here like trying to trying to figure out, and you're probably better. You're more knowledgeable on this than me, so you'll be better equipped to answer the question. Who would you say is favorites for that game? Argentina or Croatia?
Argentina are probably slight favorites, is like the consensus favorite, but
Okay,
I think they're going to lose. Like, I
talk about
don't,
it.
I don't see them going through. Like, there's been this weird, like, almost willingness for the storyline for Argentina to win this World
Mm,
Cup as some sort of like crowning moment in Messi's career, kind of stuff. But if you watch the games, if you watch the actual games
mm,
that they play, yes, they beat Mexico. Yes, they beat Poland. Australia were all right in the round of 16. But like Argentina and Croatia for that matter haven't really impressed me in this tournament. I'm
mm.
not like by like performance level, I'm not super impressed. Croatia dumping out Brazil is mad impressive, yes. But like Argentina haven't really done anything in this tournament nobody expected them to do going into it. Like, yeah, they did survive a shootout against the Dutch. They were
Mm.
2-0 up, basically heading into the 80th minute.
True, true.
They shouldn't have
There
got to a
was.
shootout anyways. But yeah, I don't think it's as straightforward as just Argentina are gonna win and Croatia are gonna roll over. Like Croatia have gone behind like fucking 3 times in this tournament.
Yeah, that's true. We know all about
You know?
Croatia's backbone and their resilience, I would say. That's probably the best way to describe it. But go on, carry on, fam. Carry on.
No, yeah. So I don't think it's as straightforward as just Croatia are going to get to the semifinals and be happy to roll over and die.
Yeah, because I'm with you on that. Yeah, go on. Sorry to cut you off.
Also,
go on.
like, Livakovic has had a crazy tournament. We can say Emi Martinez and PKs, but look at what Livakovic did to even get them here. They're here because of him. You know,
True.
I don't know. I don't think it's as straightforward as people like to pretend it is.
I definitely don't think it's straightforward. I think it's close. I don't think there is much in between these teams. I would say that. Yeah, I would say I have Croatia, Argentina. See, I don't know who's favorites, but I agree with you on the thing. I think Croatia will go through, but I can't call who's favorites. And if someone was here and argued and said Argentina were the favorites and they thought they was going to go through, I wouldn't argue them down. I don't think there's much in it whatsoever. I don't look at either of these sides and go, yeah, there's not. Of course, you got the Messi factor. Of course, Croatia have the Modric factor as well. But either way, very similar to how I looked at the Argentina-Netherlands game, where I favored Netherlands, I think. But I said if Argentina were to win, it wouldn't surprise me. That's what I would say. That's how I'm looking at it. But I do have Croatia going through. I do think it will be a repeat final. So no shocks to you. France, Morocco as well.
As much as I would love Morocco to get to the final, I don't think they will. I think they're just kind of running out of bodies. And, like, look, if they beat France, fair enough. I'll be happy for them. But I wasn't shocked by them winning either against Spain or Portugal.
Okay, go on. Why was you shocked by the Portugal?
I don't rate those teams that tough. Portugal was picked to be my disappointment of the tournament. They probably got about a round further than I thought they were going to get anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, I picked them out in the group stage. They might as well have just gone out in the group stage. Wasted everybody's time.
This guy.
Scored 6 goals against Switzerland and got all this hype just to get blanked by a bunch of North Africans, man. Like, it is what it is. But, I don't know. I don't view Morocco beating that Spanish team or Portugal, how they beat them, as a complete shock to me. It's just people don't pay attention, right? Morocco were written off before the World Cup because they recently changed their coach, and people don't know much about Walter Regragui. They don't know that he won the African Champions League in their most recent edition.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, like, he's just a random African guy, like, in the world's eyes. But now, like, he's, ironically enough, he's as qualified a coach as any is left in this tournament, I would say. Like, yeah, you could say Deschamps has the last World Cup, and yeah, fair enough, but I don't know. I just don't think it's that shocking.
First, yes, Surfer, welcome to the show. What are you saying? You good, first and foremost?
Yeah, all good. All good. Yeah. How everyone else is. Hope everyone's not overreacting to the snow. That's all, you know what I mean? Well, go ahead. Commiserations, Peter. No, beating you back to back, but the Pelicans flying, my friend. They are flying at the moment. 18.
Hey, man, fuck the Pelicans, man.
hey, shout out to the Pelicans, man. Pelicans for the chip, BI for MVP. Been saying this.
Can't believe Surfer went on loan to the best team in the Western Conference.
He's a smart guy. Welcome, man, like Lewis, to the stream as well. Yes, Lewis, what are you saying, fam? You good?
Big up, guys. Spoilers. Here's your World Cup winners.
Who?
The Chelsea. Out of Chelsea. Chelsea. Even though we ain't scored a goal in 5.
Nah, man, you're gonna beat Bournemouth on the return. Right, where was we at anyway? Back to where we was going to. Sefa, we'll go to you. Argentina, Croatia. Two questions. Who do you have as favorites for the game? Who do you think general consensus favorites are? And who do you actually have going through to the final?
My favorites to go through are Croatia.
Okay.
The general consensus, I think, will be Argentina because it's Messi and it's destiny. But I think this will go to extra time and penalties again. And I've got Croatia beating them because Croatia they just do their thing. That's all. And I think they're an all-round better team than the Dutch. I think they have a better midfield than the Dutch.
Right.
and I think they have a better defence than the Dutch. So I think Croatia will outlast them because they just don't die. The old ass squad gets fitter and better the longer the game goes.
Mm-hmm.
They outstay. They just don't quit. I see Modric, a 37-year-old Modric, outpace young Brazilian players in extra time. Yeah, outpace them, and you can say what you say about Kovacic. My deal has always been about his availability, not his class. But certain people in the fan base who question Kovacic's performances and not people.
CFC, we're talking
not people at West Ham who not our club.
Monster CFC, rise.
Yeah. But no, I just think I don't know, Matt. I just don't. The Croatians, because I don't know if I think Brazil are a better team than Argentina on paper, especially.
Oh, I think they're a much better team than Argentina.
Yeah. So and they dominated Brazil for big portions of that match. So I've got Croatia to go through. I think France will overcome Morocco, but because Morocco there's no one standing. Both their central defenders are out, I believe. Can I just say, I want to point out that guy number 21, Chidori. He's an awful player, man. That Moroccan, the 21, number 21. He's a bozo. He got sent off 2 cards in 2 minutes. He's a waste of space, that guy, man. Honestly, I'm glad he's out. But yeah, Croatia to go through.
All right, Fez, we'll go to you. Lewis, what are you saying? Argentina, Croatia.
I genuinely can't predict this one. I can't. Because, like,
we're spinning into a Chelsea narrative, but we move. Yeah, go on, fam.
Hey, it's the other game I can predict.
Man. What do you mean to pick a winner? It's a preview.
Penalties. Penalties is my winner,
man.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Lewis, you wanted a semi-final preview, unable to talk about 50% of
pick a winner, man. Jesus.
No, it's full-time employee.
It's not asking you to write a will or something. Just pick a fucking winner. Jesus Christ, man.
If I have to pick a winner, I'm gonna pick Croatia because of my Chelsea bias. But I can't predict. I really can't predict, bruv. Because Messi, man, fuck you, innit? But
hey, Lewis, what happened to England? What happened?
England came home and instead of the World Cup. But hey, we still got the Club World Cup.
We're going to discuss that. We're going to discuss the England thing. Definitely going to
discuss that. Messi's capable of so many moments of magic that it negates the fact that Argentina are fucking average. Meanwhile, Croatia, their midfield could dominate anyone, and they've got a good number 9. They've got a good defense. I want that goalkeeper at Chelsea, personally. So it could go either way. It generally could, but I just see it going to penalties. Whoever wins there is whoever wins. But yeah,
right, whoever wins the PK shootout is whoever wins, guys. There's our.
Thank you, Mark.
Is that Lewis or Ahmed, man? What was this, man?
Hey.
Oh yeah, I was thinking Ahmed as well.
Are you Ahmed in disguise?
Yeah.
I don't like how you man.
Me, bruv.
I don't like how you man are treating Lewis, man. This is bullying.
Shut up, man.
Hey, fuck you.
Yeah, man. Fuck you, man.
Yeah, fuck you, man.
Fuck you, man. How about that?
Yeah.
The fuck? So first good to be back, man.
Jesus Christ.
A few days.
I
had to digest that England L on my own. It was beautiful, man. It was beautiful.
You about a terrible people at
I
times.
would like to speak to Brian. I would like to speak to Jeremiah. Speaking to people in the chat. There's 30 of you watching. I know this because I've logged in and there are 17 likes. You stingy bastards.
You bozos.
You stingy bastards. You can like the stream or dislike the stream. Do something.
Yeah.
Don't just sit there. Because if we get a bunch of dislikes, maybe it'll push it out to people. Who knows? Do something. If you hate us, dislike it. If you like us, like it. Don't just be sitting there and watching.
I don't think these people have got the guts to do either, man. They got the guts to do it.
I'm not even asking you to like the stream. You could dislike it. I don't care. It's not my channel.
They got the guts to do either, man. They got the guts to do it, man.
Just do something.
Like the stream, we got no minerals.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to know? Hey, Lewis, how is Johnny Minerals taking the mount benching?
He blamed it all on Southgate for that. Said
of course he
started Henderist instead.
I mean, we did see Mason Mount rip it from 35 yards, right?
That's true. That's a very
Yep.
good shot. Very good
What
shot.
and
I
hit
saw
one
just
and
over my window, bruv.
yo.
That
Now, you know
was-
what? That's still going with Harry Kane's penalty, man. What we move, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my god! Oh, he missed that pen by like 6 yards. He didn't even get close. It's not
Didn't
like it
even-
clipped the bar and went over.
No, it went
Not like it
straight
clipped the bar
over.
and went over. It's not like it like smacked the post and came back in. That shit was way over.
I mean, that was a great clearance. If I was a defender, I'd put it on my compilation reel. That was a great clearance, man. You know what I mean?
It's the
That
way he
was
took the
like,
turn, touch,
Yeah.
and then went
Boom!
towards the
You know,
goal.
that's if in doubt, boot it out. That was what it was, man. Like that.
Hey man, I just gotta say,
Hey, that's one of those when you're on FIFA and you just leave the controller, like you don't do anything. and you
that's
just leave
like
the
I don't know how to
controller,
do
and-
pens, and then you're
Yeah.
like deliberating in clubs and
Yeah,
including
exactly. Yeah, that's one of those where you try to give it to the
Nobody
wrong
takes it.
person and it just literally leaves it and he clears it over the
That's what
bar.
That's 100% what happened.
That's the bit where you're no. It's in progress where you thought you were going to. You didn't know you were going to shoot it, and then you just press the square by accident, just to clear it out. And it's just you go, oh shit! Like that,
Facts. I did one of them shots yesterday.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know, so
Oh
last time we
my
was on.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my days.
That
You know what I'm saying?
oh,
Hey,
I
fellas,
did-
you had a Fred shot or what?
Oh yeah, I had a mount shot, and then I had one that was worse, where like I put it wide and 1-on-1. I was devastated, yo. I'm still not over it now, yo. I'm still devastated over
Hey,
it now.
Peter, it
Like,
was so bad, right? I put my controller down because I was like, he's scoring this. I had to pick it back up, bro. Get ready
I
for
was
the goal.
I was
I had to pick
devastated,
it up and
yo.
run back.
Yo, to the point where Cabs went, yo, he's got his head in his hands flawless and pick you. I had my head in my hands. I was devastated, yo.
He
I'm
wouldn't
still
stop-
not over
not
this
running
now.
back at all. He's just getting roasted on the chat.
I'm still just
I wish
not
I was
over
there,
it.
bro.
He wouldn't
Nah,
stop
he was-
talking about it. He wouldn't
He-
stop
he-
talking about it, man.
Yeah, it was so bad. It was so bad they didn't even roast me. People felt sorry for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. It was like Harry Kane's comments
They
after
started,
missing
they
the
started
penalty.
treating you like the Make-A-Wish kid. You got the Saka
Yes.
post Euro treatment.
Yeah, 100%.
That's tough,
100%. That's
That's
exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. But I was devastated. I really, really was. Here we go. Yeah, Scott, we'll go to you on it actually. Argentina, Croatia. What are you saying? I have no idea who this is either as well.
That didn't tell me anything.
Yeah.
That's
keep
what's
going.
wrong.
I have no idea who it is.
Yo, what's up? It's me. Don't worry, it's me.
First fatter.
Oh, it's Timo. Oh,
Oh,
see?
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
man. God, yo. This guy greatness. Why are you never? I'm not even gonna ask you why you've got a picture of Ronaldinho. on cover. Never mind.
Hey,
Scott,
hey,
go to it.
no. Before Scott goes, Fator, thoughts on England losing to France, mate?
Oh, he had the time of his life, fam.
I'm-
But
I
that's a
had
whole
the
different
time of my life,
conversation. But you know,
He doesn't remember the game. He didn't watch it.
He don't remember the
I don't
game.
remember the game, man.
Too busy thinking of Spurs cheeks.
So, am I gathering that a certain Spurs fan was there?
Your
It's
gatherings
great.
is correct. We'll talk off air, but
Hey,
your gatherings is
A
correct.
certain
If
5'1"
Long
Spurs fan was
story.
there.
I'm telling you the long story, bro.
Hey, Pierre, you need to go and see what show did the Q&A yesterday.
No,
This
no,
guy
no,
grinning from
Morocco.
ear to ear afterwards. No, I'm not talking about you like on stream, like during the Portugal game. I'm not talking about the Portugal Morocco. I'm talking about yesterday when we did the Q&A. And then smile on this guy. I've never seen. He was as happy as Mbappe was when Kane missed that penalty. It was that type of joy. It was that type of joy.
Hey, so Fator, you mean to tell me you guys were 1-0 down? You saw her walk in, you're like, I'm active.
This guy didn't watch none of the game.
this guy went
the
from
vibe.
head loss to just I don't care about football anymore,
He
man.
don't care, yo. He had the time of his
Big up
life.
box about family.
That was it.
I'm gonna miss. I'm
That's
definitely
what's
gonna
going on
miss
in his
box
head.
part. I'm definitely gonna miss box part. I'm
So,
telling
this
you.
is
Fator, you know the outcome of the game, right? Like you know you guys are out, right?
And I'm aware of that. Thank you, Einstein.
All right. So you remember when you
He only found out today.
remember when you said World Cup curse as to why France were just going to get knocked out? I would like to ask you, when is the World Cup curse going to kick in? Because they're 2 games away from winning.
Semi-final, I would say. I'll say I think Morocco and upset.
Good choice.
All right.
The next game. Good choice.
Wait. So do you have wait? So do you have a Morocco? Who do you have winning the other game, Timo? Argentina or Croatia?
I do pick Argentina to win against Croatia,
Okay.
but I just, you know what, with this Croatia team, you never know, innit? Like, you know what happened in 2018 when they forced England to extra time? I could see and they done the same again to Argentina.
So we're giving Croatia credit for 2018, but not France.
Yeah, but that
All right. All right, I hear it, man.
okay. No, I don't want to make it long, but
Whatever. All right. Guys, there's 40 watching and there's 23 likes. I didn't realize bullying you guys only got us 6 more likes. But I don't know. It is what it is.
Has everyone here liked?
Shout out to anybody who disliked, by the way.
Yeah, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, subscribe to Lewis's channel as well. The
Ryan,
link's underneath in the description, people. The link's underneath in the description for Lewis's channel on all the live streams from that one.
Ryan,
so
I
go
would like to
subscribe.
speak to you next, brother. Ryan,
Chat to him.
Ryan, rise. You said Southgate had something for France, and England were going to win because France were overrated. Ryan, you're well aware that you guys are indeed out at the hands of France.
Oh, Peter, you gotta watch Shameless, bro. We turned on Kane and Southgate.
hey, big up that.
Hey, Ryan, don't run. Stay over there. Those are your guys. I don't see how we can turn over 90 minutes of football. I don't get that.
Hey Ryan, if you want the link, let us know and I'll send you the link, and then you can jump on and you and Peter can have that conversation.
Ryan,
England are out. Hold that.
Lewis, you said keep tweeting about England.
Remembering that he's black and living in England. He's like,
Hey, I was only here for vibes, bro. Win or lose, I'm barking
Lewis is
my
trying to
split
party.
regardless.
Hey, Lewis, at least the black people didn't let you down. So
Yeah, it's 1-1. Let's go.
1-1. Let's go. We back.
God.
Wonder if Ruben costs us the next one. What side does he
No.
go?
Maguire got dunked on and Kane missed. We're safe.
We need someone the complex of Ryan to miss the next one, because then it'd be 1-1-1. You know what I'm saying? And that's what
Sancho?
you know what I'm saying.
Oh no, Sancho got put with us. Yeah, forget.
Yeah, Sancho's light skin. He with the blacks. You know what I'm saying? And that. We get an Asian.
Only one I can
Asian.
think of is Ruben or maybe Bellingham.
Need someone who's Asian and
Lewis, they're black if they fuck up. Watch.
Oh yeah, I forgot about melanin tax.
Certainly my experience anyway. So.
Hey Ryan, why don't you want to speak to me anymore today? What did I do? What are you complaining about?
What,
I'll send you the link. Jump on. You complain it out or what's up with him, man? I'm saying, y'all ignore him and he gets mad at me like it's my fault. How is that my fault?
Oh, is this the stuff in the chat?
Yeah. Like he's mad at me, innit? Y'all ignored him. Very, very similar to that. Him saying he wants to be Harry Kane's only trophy. And then when I ask him, what do you mean by that? He gets mad at me.
But Ryan won't get this. Ryan won't get this, right? Because he's too young. But Ryan, flawless is not Will Smith in Hitch, all right, bro? He can't fix you up, all right? He can't fix you up with the odds, okay? Can't do that, okay? Not your dating guru, man. Just, sort it out yourself,
Big up Eddie as well. Every single time. Where was we even at? What was we talking about? Big up C1, Neymar Defense League in the building. Yes, C1. What are you saying?
Yo. Hope everyone's good.
Yeah, man. Big up.
C1, don't think we forgot about Pedri going out in the round of 16.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't think we forgot.
Hey, Peter thinks you can't see it, man. Fair bro. What God?
Hey, we'll cry into our UCL, man. You can enjoy your Copa del Rey. It's fine. At the end of the day, we got a UCL. You can't speak to me.
Anyway, my defense league in the building. But yeah, Scott, we'll go back to you. Argentina, Croatia. What are you saying?
I ain't got a clue. I think Argentina should win will win if they pick the right team. Because I don't care what happens. Fucking the ball can't play. This dude is arse. This dude sucks.
The ball slander was the last thing I was expecting.
Right. And they can't, bro. I don't want to see Romero play either. This dude's a fucking nightmare as well. But yeah, like if they play the right team, like if Martinez, Lisandro Diaz starts, if they play in midfield, it's got like Fernandez and Paredes maybe, but he's another nutcase. Like Jesus Christ. If they actually play a team that like. If they play the right team, I think they'll win. Just because there's something about that Croatia team, like they've got a great midfield, like Surfer said, but their defense is horrible. Like Gvardiol is the only shining light in their defense. The only shining light. Like Lovren sucks. Lovren's just arse. That Sosa guy's great going forward, but defensively he is god awful. And then Juranovic has been good, but I'm still not entirely convinced. But like, there's only so much that Livakovic can save them. There's only so much that goalkeeper can keep goals out. Like. He did it against Brazil. He could maybe do it against Argentina, but I just don't see it. And they've got a better talisman than Brazil did. They've got a guy that will actually do something. I'm not saying Neymar had a bad game, but Messi will do way more. Will be levels above Neymar. So I think they'll win, but it's close. Like, I don't know if it's going to be a good game, but I think it'll be close. But I think Argentina edge it.
That's fair. That's fair. Who's not? Mr. Neymar Defense League, you there? See what?
Yo, I'm here, my
Yo.
life, bro.
Yeah, and Scott, I'm guessing you got France over Morocco.
Oh,
before we
100%.
skip
Yeah.
over that.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
I
been
know.
great what Morocco have done, but it's over. It's over.
Yeah, I was guessing like if you did have Morocco over France, you would have probably started with that when I have Morocco over France, so I expected that. But yeah, over to Mr. Neymar Defense League, Argentina, Croatia. Talk to us.
This is a difficult one because when they both go to penalties, they both have keepers that do very well in penalties. So I think Scott is right. If they play Alvarez, Enzo, they don't play that bum the pool because he's fucking arse on my life. He's terrible. He's one of the worst midfielders I've seen. So bad, honestly. But if they play Alvarez and Enzo, they should win 2-1. But I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'm gonna go with Croatia winning on penalties again, man. Why not? Fuck it.
All right, first, and obviously France, Morocco. You
I
got
believe
France. I'm guessing.
that was Rio Ferdinand's exact words on BBC earlier.
Right, what did he say? What did he say?
He said, "Fuck it."
This guy idiot. This guy idiot. And Paul, yeah, you spitting actually. Flawless players can't do as well wearing tight gear. Oh yeah, when Ryan said that. Who was he talking about, Lewis? Who was he talking about? Was it Diaz? Yeah, it was Ruben Diaz, in it.
Yeah, Diaz.
Yeah, because he said Ruben
Tight
Diaz has a
shirt.
tight shirt. So that's why
This
he
guy,
well
man.
also.
Kane trophy and tight shirt on players, man.
He's trying to tell
Hey,
us
he's
something.
turning into the guy. He's turning into the.
John
To be
Lewis,
fair,
man.
he's
What's
representing
this
the
guy-
Liverpool fan
what's
really
this
well.
guy
To be
doing,
fair,
man?
Yeah.
like he's
What's this
literally
guy doing?
representing the perfect Liverpool fan, making excuses about the fucking. He's going to be making excuses about the length of the grass on the pitch next and all this bullshit.
Next will be the
Telling me it's too sunny or it's
Yeah.
snowing too much.
Ryan
the
tried
air
to slander
conditioning
Erling
settings
Haaland.
aren't right. Something.
Eden
Right.
Hazard, baggy shirt. Costa,
Yeah.
baggy shirt. Christensen, baggy shirt. Havertz, tight shirt. I see it.
You know the most hilarious thing is though on pro clubs, Ryan has his guy's shirt tucked in. That's
Tucked
the
in,
craziest
yeah.
part. He's got a tight
Oh
shirt.
my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan is the same guy who tried to slander Holland's UCL record but defend Harry Kane's. Like, it's fine.
Yeah. But he also said he wants to be Harry Kane's only trophy as well. Let's not forget that. I still
Well,
don't
the
know what
way
that
the
means.
way it's going, Ryan, you might get your wish.
Yeah,
bro.
that's working out. Yeah, that's working
Yeah.
out.
I don't know
I
why
said
you're
as long as you're on the mantelpiece and he treats you well, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
As long as
Jesus,
Kane treats
man.
you right, otherwise we're gonna rush him in it. No one ain't gonna disrespect you apart from us. You know what I'm saying? And that's so he better respect you.
No,
Why are we
Kane
lying
was
to the?
better
Why are
than
we
two.
lying? Why are we lying to the stream?
Nah, that's facts, yo. If Harry Kane disrespect Ryan, we rushing him, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no trophies. You better be happy with Ryan. You know what
I
I'm
need
saying?
to know the context first before I commit to anything.
What's the context? What do you need? Talk to us. I'll make this context up as I go. What's the context? What do you
I
need?
need to know the entire context. I am not going full battle for Ryan without knowing the full context.
Nah, he said he wants to be Kane's only trophy. Like, we all got one wish. You know what I'm saying? That's his. It's strange, but you know, it's Ryan. We don't judge. But like, all right, cool. Fair dues, innit? You know what I'm saying? And that give Kane a consolation prize. You feel me? Like, it's what it is. Hey. You can't, Kane's mantelpiece is bare currently right now. He could, what's in his trophy cabinet?
Couple of
Ryan will
golden
be-
boots.
Yeah, Ryan will be probably behind the golden boot. He's the second most prestigious thing in the cabinet.
I said a couple of golden boots. It's at least 3 or 4.
All right, well he's third then in it. He's behind
Audi
the golden
trophy
boots.
winners medal. He's probably then 5th. Then.
Nah, Ryan's probably equal to an Audi Cup. I would say. I'd say he's equal.
You think they would trade an Audi Cup for Ryan? Be serious. Be very serious. Be very serious, guys. Like, I don't. Let's be honest. If I were to sell an Audi Cup online, I'd get a decent chunk of change for it. If I put Ryan up on the black market, I'm getting £5. Like, let's be honest. They'll send him back, but he's so goddamn annoying. You don't want him.
Oh my God.
What? I just heard Audi Cup is as valuable as Ryan. He wishes.
Nah, you spitting in it. You right. You
Bro,
right.
no one's gonna abduct
You
Ryan
right.
because they'll hear him talk. He'll be like, I'm tired of this nigga. Let's go get somebody else. The hell?
Oh, nah, you right. Oh my
He'll be in the
God,
back of the
that's
van,
it,
like,
you
where are we going? Where are you taking me? When are we getting food? He's like, shut up. I'll just kick him out. They'll make it 2 blocks with Ryan in the back. He's
right.
gone.
Oh my God. Whew. Yeah, you spitting. You spitting.
Jesus Christ. I can't believe that. He was worth more than an Audi Cup. Come on, guys.
Nah, you spit, but I was trying it. You know what I'm saying? I tried it. I was trying.
Actually, looking on that mantelpiece, he'll probably be behind the cup that says "World's Greatest Striker" on it. You know what I mean? Do that.
You think Ryan makes it above the mantelpiece, bro? He ain't making it out the closet.
No, I'm thinking. You place him by the door that shuts too easily. You need it open all the time. So like a doorstop like that. That's what you do.
You put the Ryan trophy on the back of your door, but the door's always open so nobody sees it.
Oh no, Peter! I'm thinking. You know that sometimes in life, they get that wobbly table. You just put it under there. One of the
yeah, he's the coaster you put under the table.
That's what you do, yeah.
So it doesn't wobble. That's what Ryan is.
Yeah, and then what happens
No,
afterwards?
He's the fridge magnet that looks like.
It just comes the bit where you put stuff you don't know where to put. So you
No, I'll tell you what,
he's
the fridge magnet that like parents put up when they're like their like children make it at school, and it looks like shit, but you feel bad and you want it to look good, so you put it on the fridge. You put it on the fridge and go, "This is." You want it to look good, but it just looks like shit, and it's like you just feel too bad, and you feel like you've got to have it on the fridge because you just feel bad otherwise.
Hey, you know the Check-a-Trade trophy that like the lower league teams play for? That's the runners-up medal. That's Ryan.
No, EFL Cup or Ryan, man. I don't know.
EFL Cup's prestigious.
The EFL Cup gets Conference League places, mate. Respect us. The hell? The Conference League is admitting Ryan?
Wait, that's not true. That's not fucking true.
Oh dear.
We're talking about the English League Cup, right? Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I get 7th place, which is the Conference League.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
Oh,
Yes,
thank
Taz, what you
fuck
saying,
about
man? You
that,
good?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Oh my god! Oh
The
my
Ryan
god,
Slayer is too good. The Ryan Slayer is too good.
Hey, Fowler started it, man. He disrespected the fuck out of Audi.
I did, you know. I tried, man. That's little bro. I
You
tried.
tried.
innit?
Hey,
I
you tried
man.
hard, man.
I tried the thing, you know. You know
Hey,
what I'm
Flawless,
saying,
you know
innit?
how
I
you guys
tried.
get them oversized shirts for winning Power League?
Yeah.
Ryan's like the triple XL shirt, man.
this guy is genuinely hurt. You know why? Because he's disappeared from the chat. That's how you know he's genuinely hurt by this. But hey, Ryan, hold that.
Bro, Black Diamond, this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Don't worry, Ryan. I still like you. You're cool, man.
The Jose medals that he chucks in the crowd, that's Ryan.
No, he's not. It's Jose's coat jacket that he throws in after the medal. That's what it is.
It's the coat jacket after it's all soaked with champagne and ruined.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yo, you lot, what else you getting entertainment like this? Hit the like button, subscribe.
I
All that
can't
good
believe you
stuff.
guys don't want to slap the like button, man. That's awesome.
Hit the like button. Taza, we'll go to you. Argentina, Croatia. Who you got and why?
You know what? I've been trying to jinx Argentina, but it hasn't worked. My pick, so I'm gonna go Croatia.
Okay. First. Why are you trying to jinx Argentina? Messi tears.
No, just racist tears.
All right, first.
Same guy who supported Serbia, by the way.
for different reasons, but yeah,
I want to get away with this.
For different reasons.
Hey, criminal in the top row, man. Top row.
For different reasons.
This guy's an idiot.
That's just violence tax, man.
I missed something.
Thank you for sharing.
What did Timo just say then?
It doesn't matter. Moving on. Anyways,
Timo won. What he said? What?
He said he just missed the point or something like that.
Oh, is it? Hey, you know what?
Anyways,
that's a warning for you.
great to
Next
see you.
one, yellow card, Timo. Go on, carry on. That's a warning.
I know you're excited that the Bears didn't lose this week, so shout out to you. But so you think do you actually think Croatia are going to win, or are we just trying to get Argentina out of here?
More so trying to get Argentina out of here. I mean, I think Croatia do have a chance. Like that midfield is very technically secure. Like outside of Germany, like coming into the tournament, I thought Germany had the better midfield, but Croatia proven to be the better midfield. They don't have much up top, but their midfield and defense is very good. Their goalkeeper is arguably goalkeeper of the tournament, along with the Moroccan goalkeeper and Szczesny. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Like Argentina, on the other hand, also they don't create much chances. It's just Messi and Inshallah. It's like us in pro clubs, this Mons and Inshallah. Like it's Like it came from two moments of magic. Messi with that amazing reverse pass and the penalty that they won. So it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be closer than people think. So, but I want Croatia to win, but Argentina will probably go win. It wouldn't surprise me either way. To be fair.
All right. First. What else are we gonna say? Let me see. Hey, you lot, like I say, get your questions in. Obviously, we all talk about England going out because we need to get to that. The mental gymnastics you see when it comes to Harry Kane missing the penalty. Oh, he shouldn't have took the second one because Lloris is his teammate and man missed the penalty. That's on him. Harry Kane, the best penalty taker on the English side. Like what? I don't get. Actually, no, I understand why the mental gymnastics.
There's an
happen.
argument to be made. He was the best penalty taker on the pitch. Never mind on the English side, on the pitch.
He's arguably the best in the world, bro.
I said on the watch along, there's no way he misses this. I was convinced he scores. Like his conversion rate is like one of the best from the penalty spot.
That's great.
So it's in the 90s.
You guys don't understand, man. That's Harry Kane. He was never gonna win that shit.
Yeah, go on, talk about it, Peter, because you mentioned this like in a few tweets, Harry Kane and big game moments and all that. Chat to us.
Like, guys, let's be honest. What's the most iconic moment Harry Kane has in his entire career? When he made it 2-1 in a game they drew 2-2 in a North London derby and ripped his mask off? I don't know, maybe. But like, Harry Kane, great player, talented striker, bunch of goals, cool. I'm sure like there's some sad little Spurs fans somewhere tucked away that look up to him and have the unfortunate reality of not having better players play for their club. But it is what it is, right? It's just, look, we need to stop putting Harry Kane in conversations with certain people across the continent that have done things that he just hasn't done. And you want to say, oh, Harry Kane played for Tottenham? Nobody forced him to sign a 6-year deal at the time he did. And even with that, Harry Kane, you've been in a good enough team for long enough. You've been surrounded by talented enough players to have produced more tangible results than you have. I'm tired of making excuses for somebody who's been seen as one of the best strikers on the planet for the last 8 years. Nobody else gets this kind of window for failure and gets their ability talked up like it is outside of Harry Kane. People were killing Benzema for scoring 5 goals in a La Liga season, ignoring the fact that he scored 20 goals in like 6 of his last 7 league seasons or 6 of his last 8, something like that. We all focus on the 1 year he showed up with 5. Never mind that season they won the UCL anyways.
He got 11 assists that season, by the way. But carry on.
Well, like anyway, like my point is, we're killing Benz for that. People want to call Lewandowski a big game bottler, this, and that. Oh, that's fine. Guys, Poland got to the knockout round for the first time since 1986. I don't really know what we're expecting of Lewandowski outside of what we actually got. What more can we actually expect with that team?
True.
Like, let's be honest. Poland got about as far as most people thought they would. They lost to France. There's no shame in that. If you're Poland with that team and that supporting cast, losing to the defending world champions is understandable, right? Like, but we're gonna kill Lewandowski. We're gonna find reasons to kill him. We're gonna kill Benzema. He scored 5 goals in a league season 5 years ago. Yeah, freaking good shit. Harry Kane in that same season lost an FA Cup semifinal to Jose Mourinho's Manchester United. They were up 1-0 and they lost. I'm not trying to hear it. All the semifinals, all the finals, the anonymous performances. Like, Harry Kane, talented player, a bunch of goals, great. I'm not going to sit here and say any of his 314 goals don't count. It's just at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about him. Like, what do they actually? You're 31 now. You're 30 years old, whatever you are. You're going to be 33, 34 before you get another chance at a World Cup.
Also, Peter, on your point of Lewandowski, right? Bar one penalty miss against a recognised like penalty specialist, he did everything he could to get Poland to the knockouts. Like, he was the guy that got the assist for their first goal against Saudi Arabia. Then he scored their second. Like, yeah, it was gifted to him, but he still got a score. Like,
That
he
goal
did
is-
everything he
That
could
goal
bar
is
one
probably
penalty
not true, by the way.
to get his country to the knockout rounds for the first time.
Yep.
Kane, bar one penalty, did fuck all. Did literally fuck all this tournament.
It's just, look, like, we need to stop. We need to stop giving a complete clean slate to Harry Kane as if he's not out here offending every couple of years. There's all sorts of big moments. Rushing back for a Champions League final, playing when you're debatably half fit and crippling your team. Fine. You could say you could say, oh, he was just trying to help his team, whatever. Cool. Carabao Cup final in 2015. Harold Kane, where were you? The FA Cup semifinal in 2017. Why am I seeing Dele Alli and Eriksson scoring against Chelsea? Harry Kane, where are you? You know what I mean? The FA Cup semifinal in 2018. Harry Kane, where are you? Champions League final in 2019. Harry Kane, where are you? When they lose to the fucking Dinamo Zagreb and their manager is in jail and Orsic drops a hat trick. Harry Kane, where were you?
Facts. Nice.
Carabao Cup final in 2021. Yeah, we can say it's Carabao Cup and nobody cares. Harry Kane, where were you? Like, where have you been actually? England's all-time leading goal scorer. Great. Round of applause. Who gives a fuck? Guys, England have gone – they're going to go – because they're not going to win the Euros. They're going to go 60 years between major trophies at the international level. There's only 3 other countries who've got a drought of that sort of length, and I'm pretty sure 2 of them no longer exist. It's the Soviet Union, Hong Kong, because Hong Kong doesn't have a recognized football team anymore. I think the other one, I'd have to look at the other one, but there's a Miguel Delaney tweet about this. We're entering a crazy dry spell for England, like unforeseen territory for the perceived home of football. And we're just not going to allow Harry Kane off the hook, man. Yeah, you stepped up for your country. You came up short. You booted it over like your Sergio Ramos in the 2012 Champions League semifinal against fucking Manuel Neuer. You did a Ramos. Ramos still gets slander for that. And he's won like 4 UCLs since then. Like, no one gave a fuck. Ramos went and won the Euros that summer. People still roast him for that PK shootout 10 years ago. It happens. He's just going to have to hold that, man.
Nah, I'm with you on that. Like I said, the mental gymnastics to defend him was crazy. Like, all the excuses. Like we didn't see Saka get. It's like, yo, just criticize. He missed the penalty. Simple as that. Like,
You should have scored.
Yeah, like scored him. It's a shot. Is a free shot from 12 yards out.
He booted it 6 yards over the bar. What are we talking about?
Yeah. Like,
also, the thing is, it shows the mentality as well, and this is what Peter's talking about. You can't put him in the conversations that the likes of like Ronaldo or Aguero or Suarez or Lewa or all these guys. Like, you can't put him in the conversation because the biggest thing, it's the same reason I'm about to give is why Kane can't be in that conversation. It's the same reason why I put Haaland near the conversations of someone like an Mbappe, because even though on a technical level he isn't quite there, on a mental level he is levels above Mbappe for me, and he is levels above most strikers right now. It's the same. It's the opposite with Kane. Mentally, he's not there. Like Peter's talked about so many moments, and like, yeah, it's cool. He scored a penalty to make it 1-1. That's cool, but it's like then it's the bigger moment when it's 2-1. Like, you got a few minutes left of the game. Now's the important moment, and you fuck it. And this is the thing. Mentally, he's not at the top level. He's not there. And that's why he'll never be on the level. I don't care how many goals he scores. He will never, ever, ever, ever be on the level of the top Premier League or top world strikers ever. Don't care. He will never be there.
Genuine question, like, is he going to be staying there for foreseeable future, like, or is he going to make another club then?
Who
I
cares?
don't see him moving now.
If he had any balls about him, he'd have left there already. But he doesn't care because he's weak. Mentally speaking, he is weak.
He went on strike and got bullied into going back to work. What kind of pussy does that when you have that kind of leverage?
His mentality is just to break the 260 record, man.
He couldn't even go on strike correctly.
Yeah, he just wants to break the Shearer record now, bro. That's what he wants.
Let's be honest, guys. All he had to do was hop on his Twitter account, say, Tottenham, it's been great, but I'm not fucking coming back. Manchester City, come get me. And they would have went to grab him because Pep wanted him. Instead, he said, oh, no, I'll go back to work for Nuno Espirito Santo because I love the club. They sucked last year anyways. Didn't fucking matter, right? They scraped out 4th at the end under Conte. Now you're trapped playing under Antonio Conte. Pep got that robot Erling Haaland, and he doesn't need your ass now. Where are you going to go if you want to stay in England, Harry Kane? Manchester United? Like, let's be very honest. Are Manchester United a Harry Kane away from really winning shit? No.
Nope.
You have like 14 reliable players, maybe. Like, you're looking wherever Harry Kane goes is going to have to build up a team to get to a level to where he can compete to be on through like truly for these top honors, anyways. And I'm not saying Harry Kane had to win a Premier League. Notice, I don't blame Harry Kane for Tottenham not winning either of those Premier Leagues. I didn't bring that up. I brought up competitions or environments in which he could have done better. Notice I haven't brought up that Harry Kane only has 2 goals in the knockout round of the UEFA Champions League in his history, in his career. He has 2. Notice I didn't bring that up. I'm just talking about situations in which Kane had the players around him to achieve more than he did, and he failed to do so. I don't want to hear he played at Tottenham, so he couldn't have won. Sergio Aguero won a Europa League for Atletico Madrid. They were 20th. Like
Jamie Vardy won a Premier League playing for Leicester, for fuck's sake.
What do you mean?
With Claudio Ranieri as their manager.
Karim Benzema led Lyon to a league title when he was a teenager. Lewandowski won a fucking Bundesliga with Borussia Dortmund. Was in a Champions League final with Borussia. He won 2 back-to-back. Was in a Champions League final after that with Borussia Dortmund. I don't want to hear it. You want to make the no-help argument and make this some stupid NBA hypothetical? Guess what, guys? Elite strikers have achieved regardless. They've led their teams to things. I'm pretty sure Suarez won an Eredivisie with Ajax. I could be wrong.
He won it. We went to Atletico Madrid and won.
Yeah, like he went to Atletico Madrid, won in La Liga. I'm pretty sure he was in Uruguay's 2009 Copa America squad. I'm pretty sure.
Wouldn't surprise me. Also, as well, like someone I can't remember who it was brought up the Shearer League goals record. Like, say he breaks it, who gives a fuck? Like, because like the thing is like for better or for worse, a lot of casual fans now care more about when they look at the greats. They care more about what they've won or the teams they've been in that have won stuff than they do about goal records. The fact that there was recently there was like a vote for like Premier League all-time 11, and I think the strikers in it were something like Aguero and I want to say Henry. Maybe actually I don't even know if Henry was in it, but Aguero was one of them. And I think Aguero is better than Kane, but Shearer wasn't even mentioned, and he's the all-time leading Premier League scorer, and he's a great striker. But people care more nowadays, as I said, for better or for worse, more about what you win, more about what you're doing in a team that wins, whether you're having an impact in winning trophies. And Kane has done fuck all, and will continue for the rest of his career to do fuck all. Doesn't matter how many goals he scores. It does not matter.
Yeah, because it's a team game.
Another day, man. Your legacy.
Suarez was in the squad in 2011 when they won Copa America. He was the man of the match in the final that they won. So my point is,
Peter, how many UCL goals does Suarez have?
I know he's like 6th in the list. I know he's got way more than Kane. But like my point is, you can't make this argument that the quality of his supporting cast is why he can't win things, when strikers that we see at this elite level, they're able to raise the ceiling of their teams, produce tangible results all around him. This argument can't exist for Harry Kane and simultaneously not be given to everybody else at the same time. And I'm not trying to give that out. You've had long enough now, and you've just not done it. And I'm tired of making excuses. I'm tired of pretending like Tottenham in the mid-2010s wasn't good enough to win anything. I hate that shit. We saw Swansea City win a fucking Carabao Cup, and you're telling me that Tottenham couldn't have at least gotten
We've
one.
seen Wigan, man. Wigan won it, and they got relegated. Yeah.
And get relegated in the same season, exactly.
No, they won the FA and they got relegated.
Exactly. Like this is the thing, is when you got so many other teams, and this goes for like Peter's mentioned with other strikers across the world winning shit in other leagues, other teams, whatever. Like to not win anything, literally nothing. Like not even like as mentioned, like you couldn't even beat Zagreb, fam. Like you couldn't even beat Zagreb.
The manager was in prison.
Man was in prison, you know. I can't get over that, man. Man was in
HMP, bro.
Yo, Tammy Abraham, won the Conference League, big man, and he's like your deputy for England, man. Come on, bro. Like it's not.
And big up to Jeremiah as well. He said, big up guys and flawless from Southgate out now, by the way. Big up Jeremiah, right? He switched on Southgate too.
I'll tell you
actually,
what.
you did say that. You did say that
replacement, if his reported replacement is to be believed, bro, I'm Southgate in all day, every day.
Hey, Stevie G, come on down, brother.
Who's his reported? Who's his
Steven Gerrard
replacement?
Really?
What?
I heard Pochettino and Tuchel.
Hey, bring me Steven Gerrard.
But apparently, they're also looking at Lampard and Gerrard, and then I saw another
bring me Frank Lampard. Bring me Frank Lampard. Bring me Frank Lampard with Steven Gerrard as assistant manager.
We actually might find worse. We actually might go backwards. We might find worse.
No, not Scott. If you get Frank Lampard and then get Steven Gerrard as assistant manager, that's the way forward.
You guys thought Mason Mount was done with the national team, huh?
No.
I know. We might need to bring FIFA
Johnny Minerals. Good, baby.
We need to bring Stephen Frank for the banter, man. You know,
Tyrone Mings will be starting a lot more England games then, I believe.
Tyrone Mings, James Tarkowski, centre back pairing.
Hey, Mings,
Don't
Mings
tell
and
me,
Stoke.
don't tell me it's gonna be assistant in it. Frank Lampard does number one.
Lord have mercy, man.
I'm looking forward to that big.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
You looking
my
forward to
god.
that, innit, Timo?
Stop crying, Frank Lampard.
I'll be honest.
Vibes, man. It'll be a
I'll
vibe.
be honest. I know I'm American and like Trini. I don't want Frank Lampard in charge of either of those nations. Like, no. I would
We need
riot.
that
If
to happen, man, for
the
the
US
vibe,
replaced Greg Berhalter with Frank Lampard, I would riot immediately.
Stop. Oh, my days, man. That's hilarious.
Big up Jez in the cut as well. What are you saying, Jez? You good?
Fuck, man.
Bro, what Victor said,
man.
boo.
Hey, C1. Hey, C1, you see that guy in my profile picture? He's going to the semi-finals for Neymar and Prime.
Bro, he didn't do anything, bro. Allow it.
And guess what? He's going to the semis.
Bro, stop talking about semis, man.
Now, Jeremiah, you right though in terms of if you were the England board, like Tuchel's
Hey,
the
Jeremiah,
guy
how come you killed us for saying ditch Southgate and appoint Tuchel before the tournament?
because he was convinced for some reason, I don't know why, that Southgate could win this tournament.
So Jeremiah, we got to the same point eventually. Why didn't you just hop over sooner? He
believed. You know
man.
why? Belief and hope will kill you. That's why. You know when they say it's the hope that kills you. That's what that is.
This is the part that I don't understand. They're a bunch of fucking losers. Where are we drumming up hope when they're playing the world champs? Where do we get this from?
It's the passion and desire and the free lions on the shirt, man. And the spirit.
And by you guys, I understand most of this panel doesn't actually support England or think they're going to do shit. But like people in the comments, Jeremiah, Ryan, whoever else thought England were actually going to beat France for reasons not explicitly stated at any point ever. Where did we get that confidence from?
Hey Pierre, when you wear that 3 lines on the shirt, man, that's what it says, man. You begin to believe that.
It's the 3 lions on the shirt.
I don't get it.
People hyped, man. Nada, but that's what it is. It's the hope. Because
The
when
hope
we
that
was
kills
on,
you.
I think what was we on? I think it was Shameless, and this was like when England were in the
Don't get
tournament.
this
You
part.
was on the watch. You was on the watch alongs, Peter, and Ryan was in the chat talking about England could beat France. Southgate
Yes.
deserves more respect.
Why?
And when
Like,
I asked him, he said, "It was a fan calling show." He said, it's more hope than anything." That's what it is. Yeah, Jeremiah, I'm gonna send you the link over. Now, give me a sec.
I
Give me
just
a
don't
sec.
get this
That's what
part.
it is.
Like, guys, I know some of you are young, so like you haven't had your hopes and dreams crushed enough to know this, but like just talk to your elders. Trust me, like at one point we were full of optimism and belief. I'm not gonna lie, guys. A small part of me woke up, saw the Dutch team against the US, and said maybe we could do something here. And then I watched us get sucker punched 10 minutes in, and I was like, never mind. It's been fun.
Can I say something about the England team as well? From like,
Yeah, go on.
all right, bro. You know what? I love seeing this England team. I love seeing it because it's a bunch of guys. It's a bunch of guys that people think these are the great players that can go and win a World Cup, the best competition in football. And some of these names, like Eric Dyer and Harry Maguire, are the reasons why they can win a World Cup and some shit. Like, I'm sorry, like for the world of football, I always said this, man. Like, England winning the World Cup is the worst thing possible. You can't let this nation win a World Cup at our cost, because we talked about it on the Q&A how since the English Premier League got voted the best league on FIFA, there is this entitlement how English fans think that the way England plays football is the best way possible. And this is why England been also so mediocre for how many years now. That it's nothing new that you see for this England team. And this is something that just people have to accept. Whatever, like, let's be honest, because we gotta remember, we had guys like Rio and Lampard and Denmark all in the team, and it still didn't work out. So, you know, thinking about how Bukayo Saka and Harry Kane and Sterling and Henderson and Rice can go and win a World Cup then, when these guys couldn't do. And I'm seeing stuff like, oh, but the chemistry this time is better. Well, that chemistry gave you fuck all, because now you went out against a France that everybody calls toxic as well. Like, people talk about how that France team has a lot of toxic individuals in there, but they still beat you. So all this togetherness stuff, all this vibes thing, all this Southgate gets the players and everything, at the end it didn't work out, because Again,
That's the
like
lads.
softies don't win shit. That's the reality, and this is what they're gonna stay.
Bro, Jez, I hear all that, but how you bringing up Maguire and Dyer when your
Nah,
boy
they're just other players too that I can mention too, but I'm confident that then
Listen,
people to
I
jump.
We gonna get onto
Then jump
Maguire
in.
because a lot of people have been quiet on that. So we gonna talk about that
yeah,
No,
again.
because the
We can
focus
talk
been
about
We'll
that.
talk
Yeah,
about that
we can
again.
talk about that. Yeah.
because
Do
the
we
focus
need,
been
do we
on
really
Kane.
need to talk about Maguire going into 2023?
Yes, of course. Because what's it called? He got called out. He got called out to the international team, and people they actually see that because they were actually. But I didn't see the outrage as crazy because people said, you know what, Southgate knows what
Yo,
he's doing.
Timo, I'm just gonna get Jeremiah on quick here, and then click back in when you're ready. Yeah.
Yeah, calm.
Oh, so I'm just going. Yeah. No stress. No stress. Yo, Jeremiah joined. Yeah, go on, Jess. Speak what you're speaking about.
Yeah, now and you was see like people say give him the blind faith. Southgate knows what he's doing. Now he got dunked up by Jude. But again, like this is just not going. The only reason, see, Maguire is very lucky because if Kane didn't miss that penalty and it would have gone on, then people would have talked about it. But because of the penalty miss, obviously the focus is on Kane. But obviously, if I were to talk about the whole game, this would be one of the main things that would have called out about it. And that's why I always said, why is this guy in the national team? I don't care about how much the manager has trusted you. For me, it's like a way of like, if you can't play for your club, I'm sorry, you cannot be playing for my national team. It's end off. Like it doesn't matter if you San Marino or you're Brazil. It doesn't really matter. And then you see these type of moments, like you will never leave. You will always see the bad side of Maguire eventually, and that's what happened there. It's a bad thing with him, and he got caught out, and so I think that's the holder because he put a faith into a loser.
I hear you that. And before we let Jeremiah go as well, because Zen said, yeah, Southgate is as good as a manager. He can actually make Maguire look like a serviceable centre back. Everyone else managing Maguire was leaking. All right, I just got one question. Yeah, I just got one question for him. Zen, do you think that Southgate can win a major tournament with England? So that being the Euros or World Cup? That's all I want to know, Zen. Do you believe he's the guy to take England over the line? Yes or no? That's legit all I want to know. But go on, Jeremiah, man. The floor is yours, and I hope you're good as well, my guy.
Yeah, I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, calm, man. Yeah, man. The floor is yours. What do you want to say, man?
So first I want to say right now, yeah, is Southgate. I backed him. I backed Southgate for 4 years now since the World Cup 2018. But after seeing yesterday's performance, I was like, yeah, you're the guy. I realized that you're not the person for me because I was very consistent of my views. I wasn't trolling without defending him or saying that. I was saying that people call him a shit man. Personally, I don't think he's shit because that's going way to overboard because literally got us to the final. Yeah, that's one thing. That's the reason why I can't say he's shit man because he's literally the first manager to ever do that in England manager. So on that thing on Southgate, the reason why I gave Southgate out because what happened, because literally he saw that Kane, like I don't know why he's making Kane playing full 90 minutes, yeah, when even though he doesn't tell our big games, yeah, because when he missed that play, I was like, yeah, he has to take him off now, because literally he doesn't have the mentality and he started Tottenham, yeah, and with Southgate, yeah, like because you see me, yeah, like I'm only 20 years old, yeah, I only started supporting England at 2016 now. Yeah, it was. That's why
The
I
first
said
tournament you watched was like 2016.
20. Yeah, Euro 20 was the first time that I watched properly. Yeah, that's why I became a
Yeah.
proper England fan. Yeah, I
Aye.
said to everyone that whoever comes in, yeah, I'll back the manager. Yeah, I'll back them. Whoever comes in, yeah. That's why I was the band stuff like after that 2018 World Cup, which was a good tournament for me. Yes, we should have big Croatia. But you know what? I was like, you know what? Let me give this guy Euros 20. Give this guy Euros was last year a proper chance. See how good he is, what level he's at. Yeah. And that's why when people were still causing Southgate after that news thing, say, give him this World Cup, yeah, to let us see how good he is. Like good, if he gets to final and win, yeah, then we don't need Tuchel. But now that he's lost the quarterfinals, I was like, you know what? I respect you for what you've done, but it's time to move on now. Yeah, that's time to move on. But that's why see about the Tuchel thing, yeah. But he said, this is September when me and you were talking, right? He said, Tuchel, yeah. The reason why I didn't want Tuchel back then, because I think Tuchel's good man. He's very good man. I love Tuchel, yeah. But the reason why I didn't want Tuchel back then, because it wouldn't make sense to sack him now when his first game. Because if we had Tuchel in that back then his first game would have been the World Cup game.
The first World Cup game.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it didn't make sense to me. Like, no, I can't do that because literally, imagine if he comes in, yeah,
and we end up losing 3 games in the World Cup, he'll get abused and get sacked straight away. So that's why it doesn't make sense. Because what I need to do, he needs to get to know the players first, understand. Because the only players that he's worked with is the Chelsea boys, and Sterling only 1 game, but that's the Chelsea boys, Mount and James. That was the only players that
I
he
hear you.
worked with. He needs to understand the players and see them properly before he makes a judgment. Before he yeah, and so that's why I said that now is the right time to get him in. Yeah, so that when because now he's going to learn. No, because now with all the fixtures coming up, yeah, he's going to know the players. He's got to like understand players properly, use players that he's going to work with. Because Southgate is this. I know that people say that he's had issues with other clubs and Chelsea, but this international football is different. Yeah, like he can pick players who he. The difference is with club football and international football that you can pick the squad. You can be able to pick club squad that he's going to pick for those fixtures. That's why, and he's not going to have any problem. And with Chelsea, there were players that he didn't like, and they had to stay with them. They had to work with it. Was forced to work with. With England, doesn't have to do that because he just picked players that he should trust, and he's got to play well for him. That was my views.
What I would say in response to that, when you're saying don't have Tuchel, what you're saying makes sense. Like if Tuchel was to take over and they lost 3 games, he would get abused and get sacked. But my response is to that, even if he was a part of the qualifying campaign, and then that happened in the World Cup, the same thing would happen. If he went through the campaign and they would have lost to Wales, Iran, who was the other one? USA, and went out, he would have been sacked. 100 is help. So like that, it would have been the exact same whether he's through. To me, you always just go get the best in class. Southgate was never the guy. That's why Zen is here talking in the chat. I asked Zen a simple question. All I said was, is Gareth Southgate good enough to win England a major tournament? And I'm seeing bare paragraphs. All I need is a yes or no answer. And that's how you know people are onto something when people don't want to answer yes or no questions. Lewis is gone, but it's the same as when me and Ryan was talking about Griezmann on Shameless FC. And I said, was he the worst defensive player in the 2018 World Cup? And man want to do mental gymnastics. The same thing with Harry Kane missing a penalty. Man want to do mental gymnastics. The same thing with Bruno Fernandes. Man want to do mental gymnastics. The exact same thing with Cristiano Ronaldo. Man want to do mental gymnastics. The exact same thing when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was in charge of Manchester United. When a manager or a player is not good enough or does something wrong, people want to move mental gymnastics all of the time. People always want to do mental gymnastics rather than just talk about the skill level of that guy, whether that's the player or whether that's the manager. Southgate was never the guy. He's failed now 3 times at the same hurdle. He failed against France. He failed against Croatia. He failed against Italy. How many more times does something need to happen where it's a pattern and this guy's not good?
I know. I understand people say about France was the hardest game, but the thing was, that we were better than them in the second half. Like we looked like we were going to score. Like we had the Maguire chance, Saka chance as well.
I felt with
we were. But what he should have done, he should have made early changes as well. Why is it waiting 80th minute put Rashford on? He was our top scorer, which doesn't make sense to me. And plus, Kane, everyone knew that he knew himself that Kane wasn't playing well. So that's why I should have taken him out. A better manager will take Kane off because literally his first player is a bottler, hasn't won anything in his career. So of course. That's what I should have done. It was all Southgate. I don't know why it took so long because I thought he learned his lesson after US final in the World Cup, but he hasn't learned lessons. That's why time's up.
Everyone, hold on. Why are you blaming Spurs for Kane missing the penalty? That doesn't make sense.
I'm not blaming Spurs.
Before you go, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and to Zen who said yes. So you think Southgate? All right. So it's only you and people with Southgate as their surname who think that man is good enough to win an international tournament. So there's nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? Like people will say anything. The same people told me Cristiano Ronaldo was good enough to be at the top level still in 2022. Same people also told me that Oli was going to be successful at Manchester United. People just say anything, and this is one thing I've noticed. People say anything. Certain people, there's a load of Chelsea fans on there think Mason Mount is world class. People say anything. Certain people think Bruno Fernandes is world class. People be saying anything. People be hyping up Griezmann, and he's not had a good club season since 2019, and we're entering 2023. But here we are in it.
Excuse me. Yeah,
go on.
That's just one thing. Like see with me. Like when I back managers. I'm just backing managers to see how good they are. Because I'm still learning I'm just learning for football right now. So see when I was already in because I didn't see any Ferguson I didn't
That's
see it in
again. Sorry to
Southgate
cut you
eras.
off. That's why I'm less harsh on you because you're young
Because literally,
and you haven't
I'm
seen
young.
certain things. Yeah.
That's
But
why
when
I
it's
was
people
learning.
my
That's when I,
age who I know better, that's when I get onto them. You didn't see the Fergie days. You're introduced to Van Gaal. You're younger, so it's like that's why I'm not gonna be as harsh on you because it's like you've not seen it. But if there's people who I know who are my age who've seen you've seen this happen before. You know where this is going, but yet you're still sitting there. Not you, but I've had these conversations and say, yeah, Ollie's the guy to take United for. Based off of what? Southgate's the guy to take England based off of what? This is all just logic and hope and feelings. That's what this is. This is not a relationship. This is football.
Can I make a point?
Yeah,
about,
go on, Peter.
Can I make a point about a much maligned manager still in this tournament?
Didier
I'm not going to
Deschamps.
sit here and pretend that Didier Deschamps is some elite manager, right? But people make the strawman argument that because Deschamps succeeded eventually with France and their talent available, to give time to somebody like Gareth Southgate, as if that's some sort of justification, right? We are all aware, say what you want, the Coupe de la Ligue was a trophy in France at the time. It was equivalent of the French League Cup. He's won that 3 years in a row with Marseille, won that with Monaco. He got Monaco to a Champions League final and won a French league with Marseille as well. We are aware Deschamps did all of that stuff in club football prior to taking the French job.
I had no idea about that.
I don't think Deschamps is an elite manager. You want to criticize him for losing the UCL final to Jose's Porto? Cool. You want to criticize him for losing Euro 2016? I think that's fair. Fine. All that stuff is well and good. But we can't act like Deschamps we say Deschamps is a bum because France don't play football to how we think they should always play. But guys, if you look at his managerial tenure, you can't really argue with the results, can you? We're at the point now where I feel like the style and the style argument in international football is hilarious. Like Zen is in the chat saying like, "Oh, who plays better than England?" It doesn't matter, brother.
Yeah, he's not talking about.
Also, I'll tell you three teams. I'll tell you three teams who played better than England this tournament: Japan, South Korea, and Saudi Arabia. There you go.
The thing is, that's nobody. But again, this is the mental gymnastics I'm talking about. Is nobody mentioned style of football. I have not once sat here and criticized England's style of play or said it's not good enough. My issue is the manager's not good. Not my issue is what I'm stating is the manager's not good enough. With the bench you have and the players you have, you should produce better. How are England? Shout out to my brother Tox because he pointed this out from the 2018 World Cup. How are England a set piece team? All England's best opportunities in all of these games where they've gone out are set pieces. The France game, all their better chances came from set pieces. How do you have all of this attacking quality at your disposal and you fail to create anything? How you have Foden, Saka, Kane, Bellingham starting? That's starting. And then you can add Shaw, you can add Walker to that. Off the bench, you've got Rashford, you've got Sterling, you've got Mount, you've got Maddison, you've got Grealish, you've got Trent, you've got Trippier. How do you have all of these attacking players at your disposal and you fail to create anything? That's on. I'm sorry, that's on the manager.
Like you said, for us in terms of set pieces, you're such a quality team from set pieces. You play France with not a single set piece taker in your team. Not a single set piece taker in your team. How does that work?
Great for set pieces, and you don't take James Ward-Prowse to the World Cup.
But there's something.
Also, I was gonna say, you talk about the subs as well. Jeremiah made a good point. The subs, everything about his subs is why he will never be an elite manager. It's why he'll never be an elite manager because elite managers know how to change things in games from their subs. This man got to this 60th, 70th minute and thought the best sub he can make when it's 1-1 is Mount for Henderson, a like for like sub. Like,
I understand.
That's the level of what we're dealing with.
One thing I don't understand, why are you taking players still on after what happened to his family? Last week. Why Rashford was down the bench and you pick Sterling of all people who's been poor.
Jeremiah,
That doesn't make sense to me.
And all the players you take off your best player in the game.
But then again, I tell you why, bro, because the guy is just brain dead, man. Like the guy has no idea when it comes to coaching, doesn't know what he's doing, doesn't think about these situations, and something that I just say about Southgate all the time, is the only reason really why Southgate is so loved is because the players seem to like him, and because the mood is cool. You see the videos on YouTube and Twitter how they play basketball together, giggling with each other. I'm like, bro, what are you showing me on the pitch?
And the interviews on Josh Denzel as
No
well.
word of a lie. I know it gets banded about a lot, right? He's literally the English Ollie. Like, this is the same shit that United fans who backed Ollie were talking about, "Oh, the vibes is good." I don't fucking care. Like, I don't give a shit if the vibes are good. Just play well and win, fam.
See, the thing is, yeah, I'm not even asking England to play well. Be effective, bro. Because like, at the end of the day, obviously, I'm not an old head, but I'm pretty sure France didn't play beautiful football in their history all the time. I know 100% England didn't do it. Germany didn't do it. Like for the World Cup that we won in 2014, we played shit football. Say what you want to say about Spain too from 10 that played possession football. Bro, they barely even scraped certain resources to get to that World Cup. Like, nobody's asking to play sexy football. What I'm asking is
requirement
That's what I've been saying as well.
Utilize your players to the best capabilities. That doesn't mean you have to play one-touch football to get the goals. No.
Who has actually just blown teams away with superior football and superior talent on the international stage on the way to winning a World Cup outside of Brazil in 2002?
It's literally Brazil. It's literally Brazil.
And that was a Brazil team that had 3 current or future Ballon d'Or winners in it, right? So it's like, as well as you had Ronaldo and Rivaldo and Ronaldinho all playing. You had a young Kaká on the bench. You had Cafu and fucking Roberto Carlos as your fullbacks, right? Like this whole. So you want to say Germany, Spain? So here's the thing about Spain in 2010. You guys, I hope you guys would know this. Spain won all 4 of those games in the knockout round 1-0. Against Paraguay in the quarterfinal that nobody talks about. Paraguay had a penalty first in that match. It was saved by Casillas. David Villa had a penalty. He put off the post. David Villa scored in the 82nd minute after the ball went off both posts, ironically enough. It's not like Spain breezed past Paraguay. In the semifinal, Carlos Puyol comes up with that Superman diving header shit against Neuer, and they score. The final is the final. Most of you remember that. They didn't score any of their goals in the knockout round. Now that I think about it, they scored none of them in the first half of those games. All 4 of their knockout round games were 0-0 at halftime. They didn't breeze through this. You want to say Germany? If we want to say Germany, cool. Jez, who did Germany play in the round of 16 in Brazil? Because I know
Portugal, Ghana, and I thought
no. In the round of 16, I know they beat Portugal and the US.
Round 16. Oh, that's the one. I remember that one.
Well, like, my point is, these teams don't just completely blow teams aside, even if they are perceived to play better football. The margins in international football are very thin. Unless you're Brazil in 2002, then you can just smoke people. The margins, all of these teams are thin. And if you want to say, like, you can say France got outplayed but got bailed out. You can say that. International football is very much a results-oriented business. No manager of any Western European nation outside of Portugal or Brazil or Argentina gets a third tournament without winning one of the first 2. None of them do. Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. You don't get a 4th tournament without winning one of the first 3. It's typically you get one chance. If people like you, you get another one. If people really like you, you get a third. If you don't win, you leave. We can say
people gonna make excuses. That's it. And just quickly, because Zen said before you go, Pierre, just one quick thing. I know you're on a roll. Just one quick thing, because Zen said, "Oh, it went to penalties. England should not have went to penalties against Italy. Win the game in normal time. Win the game in extra time.
You have all
of the attack. I wouldn't get normal time. Would they?
That's all it is. Against Croatia, put more on them. Need to create more. Against Italy, create more. Against France, create more. But like I said, Zen, stick with Southgate. I hope you do in it, because then you'll be here making excuses for him in 2 years' time. I just have to get out of my chest. You know what I'm saying? Go on, Peter.
Before you go, Peter, I'll say with Croatia and Italy, we did the same thing. We scored early and then we sat back.
Yep.
We literally defended. Like, we didn't bother attacking. This is the thing. It's like, it's all well and good playing this sexy football and all this nonsense. Cool. Well, when you needed to play this sexy football and score, you decided to sit back and soak up pressure. And what did that do for you? A loss in the semi-final of a World Cup and a loss on penalties. So you can fucking hold that.
And look, we'll never know. We'll never know for sure, right? But we can say England played better against France. Guys, remember, France sucker punched them 20 minutes in. So France had earned the impetus to then sit back and let the game happen to them. You know what I mean? We don't know what, again, like, goals change matches, all this stuff. If you want to just judge it on what happened, sure, England played better. I would argue they were forced to be more proactive. you're not exactly going to sit back at 1-0 and take a 1-0 defeat, are you? It
Okay.
is what it is. Like, if you want to say Southgate gets results, cool. Like, I think it's underachieving.
Yeah,
Fine.
thing is, you can talk about progression and everything like that, and we've got to semi-final and final and everything like that. But let's take a look at this, right? World Cup 2018, you're in a group with Panama, right? You're in a group with Panama, yeah? Last 16, you scrape through against Colombia on penalties, yeah? And then you play Sweden, yeah? You play Sweden, and then, like you say, you will go 1-0 up against Croatia, and then that's when you get your management skills come in to be reactive, proactive, whatever, but to make changes. That's where you earn your money and your career. Didn't do it. He basically had a home nations Euros. We only played one game away from Wembley against Ukraine. Yeah. He struggled against Scotland in a group, drew 0-0. He struggled to overcome Denmark. He beat a very poor Germany team. And when he comes up, he scored first against Italy. Same again. Got clawed back. Didn't have any answers to change anything. Brought 3 guys on in extra time who hadn't taken penalties before and said, yeah, go ahead and do that. Well, by the way, Harry Kane, where were you then as well? And this one, you're in a group with Iran and Wales. And we already saw what he would be like against USA. He brought Jordan Henderson on to secure a point against the USA, not to win against the USA, to secure a point against the USA. And then you have Senegal, who are missing a couple of their best players, and you weren't actually good the first 25, 30 minutes of that game. But you came through and you beat them. You were supposed to beat Senegal anyway. And against France, on paper, yeah, you're probably not supposed to beat them, but let's look at that game. It was fairly even. You had your chances. Well, set pieces. You had your chance to set pieces. But my thing is this. It's like, again, when Deschamps made a few changes, react or proactive, whatever you want to call it, he didn't do it. He brought Henderson off and brought a younger version of Henderson on in Mason Mount. Yep, he got a penalty. But it's the same for same. You've got Harry Kane, who likes to now create instead of score goals, most likely, and you're playing him with 2 wide players who like to create. How does that make sense? You start Rashford and you start Sterling. No matter what form they're in, they're both non-creative wingers. They like to run on and score goals. You've got Harry Kane, who just wants to create, but no, you let Harry Kane basically play where he wants, pass it to Foden and Saka, who don't go past, who can't beat a man to begin with, who like to always cut back and sort everything out. And then when you're supposed to change something, your idea is to bring Mason Mount on. Who for what? How does that help? It's not. It's just replacing Henderson. And you bring Rashford on for what? 15 minutes?
10 minutes.
When you know a player needs at least more than that to get into a rhythm game, and you bring Jack Grealish on for 2 minutes, 88th minute. What's the point? But again,
because Stone's got injured.
Our most creative midfielder didn't play a single minute. Let that sink in for everyone on the panel. Our most creative midfielder went there for a fucking vacation.
But that was a PR pick because you had 26 players instead of 23.
Exactly,
I
just want
to finish from this.
Okay.
Every consensus from everyone who's done a preview before this World Cup was that England could do something. But the biggest weakness was always going to be Gareth Southgate. And for the 3rd tournament in a row, he's proven everyone right. England beat the teams they're supposed to. Yeah? But when it comes to making changes and doing everything, he hasn't got it. He can only take you so far. And I'm not into this international football. I'm not into this progression crap. Okay? You're supposed to win at international football. That's all that matters. All right? And actually, if you want to say progression, we've actually gone out into the quarterfinals, so we've actually gone backwards.
Yeah,
the semi-final and final. So,
just need to play
that's why I said
it's mental gymnastics, isn't it? People going to defend this guy. Whether this was the Euro 2024, we could be having this conversation in 4 years in 2026, and this guy could fail again, and people still gonna make excuses regardless. I've seen it too many times with managers.
Look at
specifically at my club. I've seen it with players. People will continuously watch something and see this guy not be good enough, and still not go, this guy is not good enough, it's everything else. Is there other factors? 110%.
But look at Morocco. This guy came in September. They've not considered an open play goal. They play how they're supposed to play against bigger nations, right?
Yeah,
So don't give me
because
all
of
this.
Morocco.
Oh yeah, well everyone's supposed to play fancy football. Morocco aren't playing fancy football.
No one cares.
They're playing defensive. You know
Win
what I
the
mean?
tournament.
Do whatever it is you have to.
Exactly.
With a selection of players available to get the best results you possibly can. This is international football. This isn't building a dynasty. This isn't this. It's not like club football. You bring people in to get results, and they either leave or they stay. Right? That, like I was saying, there's only been outside of Portugal. There's not been and actually I don't even know if that's true because I forget Fernando Santos won Euro 2016. You don't get a fourth major tournament if you don't win one of the first three. You don't.
That's true. Yeah.
Of Western European football, Brazil and Argentina, you don't get to a fourth major tournament if you don't win one of the first three. You just don't.
Someone put it in the chat.
Luke Enrique's example.
Someone put it in the chat that you need luck to win these things.
Of course you do.
Have you seen our draws in the last three competitions?
Yeah.
That is the luck.
You need an element of luck, but it's about approaching in the correct way. Because you mentioned it, Surfer. It's the lack of attacking. England haven't gone for it. If England went for it and were just unlucky and hit the bar, and the goalkeeper was the man, if Lloris was man of the match, you know what I'm saying? And they had shots cleared off the line, and he's making point blank saves when you're right. Lloris had an absolute. What did England create?
And please don't blame
what
the
did
referee.
they create?
You got two penalties.
And
don't blame the referee.
What did
And that's second one scored though.
The Maguire header, and that was it. It was the Maguire header from a set piece. The Jude Bellingham shot.
And that was not a good chance for me. The Bellingham one.
That's it. What did you create?
The lack of creativity.
Yeah, go on.
The lack of creativity England have, and they're not doing anything. You can't blame the players. It's the tactics, bro. How is that front three balanced? Foden, Saka, and Kane. They're all ball to feet players. There's no one running in behind. There's no balance in that team.
And they got Jordan Henderson and Jude Bellingham. Relax.
Bro,
and Declan Rice, bro. By the way,
there's no balance. You need a Sterling, a Rashford.
By the way,
you talk about tactics.
It doesn't make any sense.
Big up, everyone.
And
Kane, he's. I'll catch up with you soon. Go subscribe to his channel, people, man. His link underneath in the description. Yeah, man. Big up, love.
Guys, leave a like if you can. There's 60-something watching and 43 likes. You stingy fucks.
Kane's best attribute is even in Spurs, right? He drops deep, and you see Son. Son doesn't look there. Son's gone, bro. Son's just running. How many assists have we seen? Kane's dropping deep. Look at that. Look at the Rashford goal against Iran. Kane drops deep. Excellent touch from the goal kick from Pickford. He gets it. Boom. Rashford. Goal. That's his best attribute. He's your star striker, right? You want to build your team around him. Then give him runners. There's no runners in that team. That doesn't make any sense. And since they're all ball to feet players, they're all occupying the same space, and there's no other space there's no one running in the channels. It don't make no sense. The fullbacks barely overlap. These are not player issues. These are tactical issues. That's why Southgate gets criticized.
What killed me the most?
It doesn't make no sense.
What killed me the most is the Spurs. We're talking about Jude Bellingham. I'd say people, the England fans, for example, Jude Bellingham is, and this is just the English fans. Everybody else knows it. Just the English fans don't know it. That Jude Bellingham is just not as good as people think he is. People think, fuck it, splash the 150, 120 what Dortmund asked. That's not his value. For me, I always said this, and I watched Jude Bellingham pretty much week in, week out. For me, 70, 80 is the most I've played, at most. But because you see the highlights and people think he's that good, and you see the goals, the skills and everything, people think he's that worth it. But
you know what is
the issue with this, the thing with the England before we go, there's the issue with England fans. The overrated people that they have in their team either. Declan Rice is another one. Fraud. I don't understand how he's even rated in the first place, because how is it that, and this funny thing, this not even a thing at Bellingham, but why is Bellingham deeper than you? Why is he the one that has to collect the ball? You're the DM. Collect the ball from Maguire and whoever the centre back was as well. But he was not there to collect the ball, so Maguire has to step up. So my question is why is it that the DM cannot collect the ball from the centre backs? It's not like France was pressing you hardly. And that's what I'm saying, most guys like that can rise and that, it's just a facade. So many of the English players, I always say, and I always will say, they're just overrated for their country. They don't play us. They're just not that good. It's the reality.
It is, man.
How are you setting up your team? No. How are you setting up your team where one of your centre mids is playing a right winger at times, and it's and you've got it where your DM is isolated every time he picks the ball up. How does that make sense? How do you set a team up like that? How do you set a
Because
team up
I
where
tell
the only
yeah,
option
because,
for your
okay,
right, the only option for your DM is to go to your right back or your left back, and you
I
make it so
tell
your
you,
right and left backs are rigid and they don't invert? Like, bro, like how do you set a team up that's like so
I tell you
rigid?
how they set it up, because it was reported during the week they've been planning on Mbappe for like 2 years. Remember, we were on a stream and someone said that. It's like, yeah, that's fine. You can plan for Mbappe, but you don't need 4 fucking players around him each fucking time when anything happens, because you leave space all around. And furthermore, the team is so lopsided to the right, so they get every ball to Saka, that there's nothing going down. So you can just easily defend against England because they're only going to go down the right. They hardly ever go down the left with the option because, like you say, you've got Foden on there who likes to do the same thing. He's not a winger. You know what I mean? He's not going to go. He's not a touchline winger. He's not going to speed past people. But when you've got Gareth Southgate, it's so fun. This is it with Southgate. He never sets up a team with its own strengths against when it comes to the games like this. Sets up a team to restrict the strengths of France, and everyone's going about Kylian Mbappe. So I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Kyle Walker, but then I'm going to put Henderson over there, and I'm going to put Declan Rice over there, and a little bit like everyone's going to go over a bit over there. So you've literally got 3 or 4 players around Mbappe. Oh, damn. I forgot about Griezmann, Dembele, and flipping Giroud. Oh, no. Oh, nuts.
Do you know
Surfer,
what? Yeah.
even if you want to do that, Surfer.
One thing, please. There's one thing, yeah. Like I understand people. I understand. Southgate started walking in this particular game because of Mbappe, yeah. But Trippier has been one of the best right backs in the Premier League. You started him, yeah, and all of a sudden, just for one bad game, all of a sudden you got to drop him. Why didn't you stay with Trippier as right back when Kyle Walker has been playing for nearly a year now, nearly like 4 months now? Like it didn't make no
Because
sense
of his
to me.
fabulous recovery pace.
Like I understand that he worked with for so long. That's why I understand. Yeah, but the guy has been playing. You had the balls drop Karen Phillips here, but why bring back Walker and then when Trippier is there, literally probably the best set piece taker in the team.
Yeah, but
That's
again,
what I
this is the balance of, because what Surf is saying, right, is Southgate never sets up to the strengths of England, and that's where it is. That's why managers get paid millions upon millions to make those decisions, because it's supposed to be a balance. Are you supposed to set up to your own strengths? Yes. Also, you're supposed to do your best to what's the word I'm looking for? To negate the strengths of the opposition. So, for instance, you shouldn't leave. If you're playing France, you don't have your right back bumming on and be on the halfway line, because that's just stupid. That's just straight dumb. So, do you plan for Kylian Mbappe? Yes. Well, you plan for Kylian Mbappe, but also don't take away from your strengths. But like I said, people gonna do mental gymnastics to defend Southgate because they like Southgate. England can't win a tournament. Am I surprised England didn't win this tournament? No. I told everyone, go back and look at the Euro 2020s. And we doing all them watch-alongs. And people tell me it's coming home. It's coming home. Shout out to Dan Sillyman. Me and him debated that. Oh, England could win. England ain't winning this competition. They're not winning this competition. Oh, I nearly came home, but it didn't. Because the manager's not good. I've said it. The manager is the biggest issue for England. As much as they have deficiencies defensively and in midfield, which they do, the manager's the biggest issue. Because to me, if you put a top-level manager in charge of one of these 3 tournaments, England win one of these tournaments. I think they win one of these tournaments. I think they get past
100%.
France. I think they get past France in that game just gone, and I think they get past. I think they beat Italy, and I also think they get past Croatia, but probably lose to France. But once you're in the final, all it takes is an off day from the opposition, a bad refereeing decision, and you win a World Cup. So England really should have been in a World Cup final, a Euros final. They should have won, and really now when you look at it, right, we're playing.
They should win the World
England
Cup.
should be in the final. Yes. You could argue
they should win this World Cup.
Yeah, you could argue that.
I think,
but hey,
I think with Surf said perfectly. I think with Surf said perfectly as well by the referee thing. Yeah, but this one is this isn't the first time that referee actually happened. Yeah, this has happened in multiple games. Man United games, well, like we had the worst referee in the world. Like it's not the first time that happened. That's what part I actually understood. That.
Jeremiah, if you take nothing else away from this, if you take nothing else away from this, stop buying into managers that you don't deep down believe in. Don't operate just off hope. That is not a good way to make judgment.
You end up like Ryan. You don't want that.
Yes.
I'm saying. We don't want that. You
have
don't
to
want
learn.
that.
That's true.
Your
Have to
parents
learn
don't
to
want
make.
that.
Definitely
God don't want
that.
that. You know what I'm saying? And that God did not create you for you to end up
You
like
didn't
Ryan.
have to
You know what
haram.
I'm saying?
Unless
That
it
is
didn't have to
haram.
hurt this much. It didn't have to hurt this much, brother. You could have like I told you guys, just enjoy the tournament for what it is. You're losing in the quarterfinals. It's fine.
But you know what it is, Jeremiah? It hurts good because
Yeah.
now when Euro 2024 comes around, you're gonna remember this. And you're gonna
Yeah,
be
I
like,
remember. Yeah. Nah.
you be like,
And
I
you-
don't buy in it. You know what I'm saying? If
Won't
it's a
buy into
manager
too
you
much,
genuinely
yeah.
believe in,
I'll
but
back back.
put it this way: if England appoint Tommy Tuchel, buy in, buy in,
I'm buying into it, yeah.
110%. If they
Mates,
appoint
But
Frank
I know
Lampard or Steven Gerrard, don't buy in.
Do you know what it is,
Don't.
yeah,
You know.
like see with me, yeah, like I always back my team, yeah. Like if we go into Euro 2024, which is next year, yeah. Obviously I want to back my back England because that's my country. I'll back England, yeah. But
That's
do
fair.
I support a manager? Yeah, because obviously if Southgate goes now, I'll wish him all the best. But if he goes to Euro 2020 with him, then it is what it is. I mean, there's nothing we can do to
It's
sack
on
him
a
that.
vibes
Then
thing, man. Just
yeah, I'll
enjoy
be his
that.
vibes, yeah,
Just enjoy
literally.
like it's summer football, number one. Number two, I don't know if you like to party and that, but everyone's in a good mood, partying, drinking, whatever else. Just enjoy
Yeah,
that. Lewis does it. He just enjoys the vibes.
I
That's
was
what
in
you
the
gotta do.
pub, yeah.
Yeah, man, just party. Go box park. You know what I'm saying? Do a team up. You know what I'm saying? And that. Go box park or wherever and go watch the game and just enjoy it for what it is. Don't buy
Yeah.
into these look. I'm telling you
No.
right now. It's not worth it. I've been there though. Trust me. I've been burned more by club football. It sucks. But then you live it, you learn it. You know what I'm saying? Like Hurt will
Yeah.
treat you right in it. Like Hurt will equip you. Ahmed, we've seen him go through it. You know what I'm saying?
Ayo, shut
When
up,
Arsenal
man.
slapped
Gotta
Chelsea
do.
in, when yeah, go on.
You know
Go
what
on,
we got to
Peter.
do, Flawless? We got to go back to whenever the Nations League games were happening, and I was
Yeah.
talking about like the problems of like English football in the pyramid and the like failure to identify characteristics that transfer over to the international game. We need to go. I need to find some clips and just put them out there.
Facts.
Like I already grieved on your English people's behalf. I told you this hypothetical. He should bring Madison or he shouldn't. It doesn't matter, guys.
You know what
Doesn't
it
matter.
is? You know
Not
what
a
it is,
day
yeah.
away from beating France. And now
That's the
problem
this is the
is
thing that
people.
gets me.
It is what it is. Like guys, just enjoy. Like we need to have a paradigm shift as English football, like as a collective. Stop expecting so much. Stop being so annoying. Stop being so demanding. Just go for the day out, link some hoes. That's it.
That's what I'm trying to say,
That's what you
bro.
want to do.
Sorry.
That's
Go
what I'm
find some
trying to
hoes.
say.
Or if you want to go
Literally
This is
find
what
some
I'm
young
trying to say.
ladies, go
Because
find some young ladies. You
That's
can get young
it.
ladies. You can get hoes. You can go with your
Man.
boys. You might want to go with
Yeah.
family.
Just like with
Whoever,
me,
man.
Honestly,
Yo,
like don't
these
get your
things
hopes up.
happen.
It's not
Don't
worth
get your
it.
hopes up. Jeremiah is
Jeremiah,
okay
you know
in
the
it.
worst thing? Jeremiah, you know the worst thing about England in these last three tournaments? You
yeah.
guys have actually had pretty calm draws for stuff. Yes, they were playing
Yeah.
France in the quarterfinals.
Arsenal
That's
was the worst one, yeah.
They kicked the ball. They kicked the ball against France, knowing if they won, they were playing Morocco. Everybody knew that. You basically could have made the argument that you had 1 foot in the final if you just got by that game, right? Like the
Exactly.
draws in the last 3 tournaments have been calm. You had Panama, Tunisia, and Belgium in a World Cup group. They beat Panama and Tunisia to get to a knockout round. Were rewarded with Colombia, who they got by in PKs, and then Sweden. And then, like, at the first hurdle, you fumbled it. They beat Germany in Euro 2020. That was impressive. Never mind, they played pretty much all their games in Wembley. They played a country that might not be a country in a couple of years here, but it is what it is. And then they played Denmark in the semifinals. Like, these draws have not been nightmare scenarios. You could say France is the toughest draw they had, and they lost in 90 minutes.
And that's what it is.
It
But
is
Jeremiah,
what it
like,
is.
don't.
The next World Cup,
Yeah,
next
go
World
on.
Cup, you guys might be in a group right next to Brazil. And then you play Brazil in the round of 16, and then it's just not fun at all. So don't put yourself in that scenario. Just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Make some
Yeah.
balls, hang out with your
But
boys.
literally, this happened. This not the first time
And
happened. This happened to me. This happened to Man United as well. When Man City let me down, when I keep hoping for next year. Like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm
this
just gonna
is
be
it, man. It
happy,
happens at
celebrate.
club football. I've been there, Jeremiah. It happens, and I'm literally
Like,
in that boat now
literally,
with Ten Hag because I'm thinking we gonna be successful. If we
the
aren't,
last
I'm gonna be how
trophy,
you feel right now. If
like
we're
the
not
last
successful
trophy,
this season, I'm gonna be pissed. But we move.
like the last trophy I've seen Man United win was FA Cup, yeah, Europa League, and EFL Cup. That's the only three trophies I've seen in
Oh,
my
yeah,
lifetime.
you've
In
seen
my
Premier League.
lifetime.
You haven't.
Hey, man, think
Yeah.
about Jez, man. He's not seen anything.
I seen
Glory, glory, Man
hey,
United,
stop,
yeah.
stop.
And people ask
I
that,
ain't seen an Audi Cup, to be fair.
Wait, I seen the Carabao
Man,
Cup.
seen the
Relax,
Ryan
relax.
Cup. You know,
Hey, Jez, speaking of the Audi Cup, Jez, would you trade the Audi Cup for Ryan? Because
I said it in the chat. I said already in the chat, bro. Like I wouldn't even trade the Papa John trophy. That's like an under 20 trophy. What the
I
hell?
wouldn't swap an egg cup, man. I wouldn't swap
Bro,
an egg cup.
even on FM, bro, I was looking up, bro, where it's even ranked, bro. That's not even ranked higher than the fucking Turkish league. Like what are we doing here?
Well, yeah, that's
And one
what
more
it is.
thing.
But Jeremiah, you can't get lost in it. Like
One
you
more
can't
thing,
get
yeah, one more
lost
thing,
in the
yeah.
whole England nation, and it's coming up. My mom told me that. I messaged my sister like, yo, we got to bring drunk trust into the family. I'm saying
Like,
something's
one-
wrong with mom. She
I remember one
legit told me
time-
it's coming home with a straight face. Walker gonna lock up Mbappe and all this. This is what she was telling me. France are gonna win.
Oh,
You know what I mean,
God.
England gonna win. We're gonna lock up Mbappe. No problem. It's coming home. I was like, what? I was like, all right, whatever you smoking,
And-
pass it over to me. But we move. Go on, Jeremiah.
One more
she
thing,
said-
one more thing, like seeing when someone asked me, and it's when they asked me about someone might not win Champions League, like the last time I won Champions League was 2008, yeah, that was the time last time we won it, right?
Yeah. Oh wait,
Might not.
yeah.
At that day, I was 6 years old, so that's why I wouldn't know much about. Yeah, I was six that time.
What's
Nah, man. Glory Man United, innit, man? Glory
I
Man
enjoyed
United,
it, man. Trust me. Winning the
Hey,
Champions League, I've
Haaland,
seen us
shut
do it
up,
twice. It
What are you
slaps.
talking about, bro?
You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, good
See,
times will
the
come.
funny thing is,
Cycle, Jeremiah.
actually,
We'll
no,
get
listening
back
to
to we'll be
Jeremiah,
back there. We'll go on, Jez.
listening to
Go on.
Jeremiah is actually very funny because, like, I used to think that way as well at some point, up until what's it called, the Sarcasm game. This is like, yeah, this is where like, you know the Rodwave song. What's the lyrics again of that song? Fuck, I need to look up it again. But nah, this is where like, fuck the club. The club that doesn't know what the hell they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Eventually the time comes. The time for England came now. So you've been through it now. You realize now that England. You realize England is a mediocre country in football. So acceptable. It's cool.
You guys saw the performance against the U.S. and still had hopes. That's what I don't
That's what
get.
I'm trying to say, but US was
Because it's the
whooping on
hope, man. It's the 3 lines on the shirt. It's the
Oh.
anthem. It's the spirit of 66. You know what I'm saying? And
I was watching.
Bobby Chowan.
I was watching in a bar with a lot of people in U.S. kits. We cheered every time Jordan Henderson or Mason Mount got the ball. We cheered as if the goal was scored because we knew that nothing bad was going to happen.
Hey, I pray for your country, man. I pray for your country.
But
I don't.
that's legit what it is. Like I said, analyze, and yes, it's very tough when you're a supporter of a football team to not get emotionally invested. Like it's gonna happen. But you just have to do your very best to assess it. You kind of look at the skill set of the manager, look at the skill set of the players, and go, all right, how do we weigh this up? That's why I'm not here saying, yeah, United are gonna win the Premier League. Because no, we are not equipped. So we ain't. Not a chance. That's why
They're
I'm
not
not
ready
here saying
to-
Chelsea are equipped to win the Premier League. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or the
yeah,
Champions
man.
League right now. They're not. But when I
Yeah,
look
wait.
at other stuff, I'm like, we're equipped
Fair
to
enough,
do
man.
so. Nah, I'm just using you as an example, fam.
Yeah,
I'm
fair
saying.
enough,
By the
man.
way, I have need to. Is the name of Defense League guy still in here? Because
No,
Now, see
he's
one
gone
left.
now.
We're gonna talk
He
about
was-
Mr. Neymar in it. You know what I'm saying? Actually, just you want to talk about it, and I'll talk about it in it. We're gonna do, and once the World Cup's over, we're gonna talk about. I'll talk about it, and we will talk about it in further detail. But yeah, if you want to get to it, yeah, get to it.
I said it in the chat, man. I will be there no matter what when we speak about this guy because, again, I saw a list today. Someone in the future that made like a list of the top 10 players in the 2010s to 2022, so the decade. I was like, and I saw Neymar.
This nigga thinks he can call me out. Get the fuck out.
Hey, okay, you know what? You know what? I'm here for you, bro. Cause like we're gonna talk. Like I said, I will be here no matter what. So
Yeah,
and I
man.
saw a list.
Hurry
Today,
up, man.
I saw a list where Neymar is like in the top 5. Bell's not even in the top 10 at all. And I'm like, when I really go.
Who
back
said Bell's
to
not in the
last
top
decade-
10?
No, hold on. That was just someone I was in the group chat and we were debating about stuff. And I saw Neymar somewhere in the top 5, and I saw Bell not even in the top 10. So just
That's,
someone put in the list.
bro, that's
And all
that's
I'm, and I'm
correct.
like, and
Not
all
Bell,
I'm
not in
saying,
the top 10.
and I
But
was-
that's correct.
and
man.
what I'm saying is, in the last decade, Bale achieved more as a player than Neymar did in that decade. How the hell is Neymar still rated higher? Like this guy was the 3rd guy or 2nd guy in MSN, so he wasn't even the main guy in that time. His best achievements in his whole career is Barcelona, where they had Messi in it, and he wasn't even looked at as like someone. Oh man, he was incredible. Like he was the Benzema in the Bale, Ronaldo, and Benzema thing.
That is cut.
And for me, felt in the national team. I mean, you saw it literally just now, a couple of days ago. Since leaving Barca, failed as a player to impress to the point where you can look at and say he's actually the best player in the world. Like everybody has to always say ability-wise, he's the best player, talent-wise, he's the best player.
And just to Zen, why are you why are you jumping out of the pram? No one said Neymar's a fraud. Who said that? Don't make things up. Nobody here has called Neymar. Before you continue, hold up. I'm tired of this. Because man always want to be edgy and that. Nobody has called Neymar a fraud. So it's not a let me guess thing. Nobody's called Neymar a fraud. Nobody said that. I don't know why man get upset when the best player in the tournament and the best team fails. Of course you're gonna get criticized. But he's still there.
You know what? Just to piss him off, he is a fraud. Just to piss him off in the chat. Just to piss me off in the chat, he is a fraud. Because I'm tired of people. Because I'm tired of people.
I'm tired of it.
Acting like I'm tired of people acting like Neymar is this and that. Like he is the god. He did this and that. Bro, the guy couldn't even win a Ballon d'Or during his best era as the third best talented player. Lewandowski at some point was even able, if they didn't cancel the Ballon d'Or because of COVID, even Lewandowski.
My aunt had balls, man. I don't care.
Hey, Neymar's defense league, man. Be quiet over there. Be quiet over there because I'm talking right
Hey,
you
yo, nah, that's crazy.
You Neymar guys hate when we talk about him in an uncomfortable way. It's always about the Mbappe missed the 1v1 against Neuer. The team wasn't good enough in 2018. Rodrigo missed his penalty. Why didn't Alisson save the penalty? PSG just has this battling mentality. Now, why can we not address Neymar, the main culprit here? Why can we never approach? People get always defensive when I want to go into these.
You spitting right now. You are preaching to the motherfucking
responsibility, big man.
People hate when I'm trying to go at him. And don't get twisted. I actually like Neymar a lot, but I'm so harsh to him. This now is because of how much they expected him to do in his career since he left even Barca. And I'm like, bro, when I look at you, bro, like there's so many players I can look at and say, during the time you've been at PSG, that I put ahead of you. Since that time, I put Lewandowski ahead of him, Modric ahead of him, Benz ahead of him. I can put so many players that in that time span ahead of him. Where I'm like, but then there's always this nonsense about, but he's talent-wise, he's the best in the world. What has the talent brought you, bro? A couple of league all trophies when you're the best team in there, financially, and like it just for me, I just don't get what you name it. Want to tell me?
I have a question,
Jeremiah, before you go, I just don't get what you name us, stunts. Like you guys must be like for me. You all these name us stunts.
Dip in it. Bye.
Go on.
No, Jeremiah, before you go,
just one question. Yeah.
Before you go with the question, because I'm literally about to finish as well.
Yeah, let him finish. For me, I mean Jeremiah, let him finish. Go on, Jez.
For me.
Hey, fuck Jez.
The only reason, the only reason, bro, people love Neymar is because of his looks, bro. Like you guys just attracted.
Let's go.
This must be the reason because I never seen somebody this protected that has felt in his career this much. It's crazy.
Let's go.
Man said Neymar is
one, please.
Man said Neymar is one, yeah.
Go on, Jeremiah. Go on, Jeremiah. Go on.
After what I've been hearing, like if Mbappe wins another World Cup, with France, can you say it's better than Neymar?
Wait. Say that first part again. Sorry, just run that back, just so everyone can hear that. Say that louder for the people in the back.
So
I'm just saying in it. So it's just not me who say this is Jeremiah who's saying this in it. Jeremiah, give me just want you to hear that. Say that louder for people in the back, just to make sure everyone hears it. Sorry, go on.
So if Mbappe wins another World Cup with France, can he be better than Neymar?
He's better than Neymar already, but yes.
Hey, people don't like that. People don't like that. I'm saying if he does, it's unanimous.
I'm sorry.
You better than who?
Neymar never played the World Cup.
What now?
And if you want to say
I'm saying,
guess what? I don't give a fuck, man.
Again, this is where we have to have the argument of talent and being skillful and productivity. Eventually, talent and skills have to equal productivity. This is a team game. So before we even get into the Neymar Mbappe thing, I'm saying this is a team game. We ain't in the cages. This ain't the favelas. This ain't about being silky. know what I'm saying? And that this is
It's in the concrete
football
yards, yeah.
at the highest level. You know what I'm saying? What did your team win? That's what this is on. Yes, being silky and having skills and being talented, it's all well and good. When are you going to produce? That's what that is. And Neymar, since he has left Barcelona, has done nothing of note. Nothing of note.
Yeah.
So when can we criticize the same way Peter spoke in depth about Harry Kane? When can we speak about Neymar doing the same? What he did at Barcelona, elite. He did everything he was supposed to and more. Did everything. He was cold. No one's taught. Don't take me back to when he was good at Barcelona. What has he done since he's left that place? On a club level or international level?
Keep in mind, he left 5.5 years ago.
He left in 2007 too.
5.5 years.
Jeremiah, you're on mute. So what's he done of note?
Well, is Jeremiah
to
still
be fair, yeah. Like ever even though Neymar came, PSG will still win league titles before Neymar got there. So nothing has changed since then. So
They could play me and you, and they'd probably still win the league. Don't bring me league uns and French cups and the French plate and all that. Like,
all right, let the Neymar stand go. Let the Neymar stand go.
No.
Don't forget. Yeah, then Neymar was at Barcelona last year. Yeah, and Mbappe won the first league title with Monaco. Don't forget that.
Yo, all I'm gonna say is, even if Mbappe doesn't win the World Cup, let's say Argentina win it and Messi does it, that's bad on Neymar. Let's say Morocco do it, that's bad on Neymar. Let's say Modric does it and Croatia win it, that's bad on him. He's stuck either way. It's just a question of pick your 4 poisons. Is what's going to be worse. The Mbappe one's probably the worst. But if it's Messi's probably 2, Modric 3, actually Morocco might be the worst. If Morocco win a World Cup on your head top.
Mbappe is the worst.
I think for me,
France winning is the worst.
No, if Morocco wins the World Cup, everybody has to look in the mirror and probably resign.
Yeah. If Morocco wins,
You cannot
is that the Leicester City moment, man?
You cannot let a manager come into the job in July, win the World Cup as a manager of Morocco, and actually argue to keep your job. I'm so sorry. That can't happen. If that happens, Reguagui is the GOAT. I don't care. Hakim Ziyech is the GOAT. I'm sorry. Hakim Ziyech's better than Neymar if he wins the World Cup. I said it. I don't even care.
Yeah, man.
I'll defend that.
That's hilarious.
I'll defend it. I don't care. If we see a star on a Moroccan kit, unironically, and Portugal and the Netherlands have no stars, we're going to have a conversation.
My point is that all the poisons are really bad when you look at the 4 teams left. They all create uncomfortable conversations, whether that's Morocco, whether that's Croatia, whether that's France, or whether that's Argentina. They are all uncomfortable. You heard C1 there, and it take that deep inhale of breath because he knows it. He knows what's on the horizon.
Bro, he's still top 3, bro. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
No, he's not. Hakimi's top 2. I don't care.
Nothing changed, bro.
All right, let's say he's top 3. His rep takes a hit though. It takes
the only man that can overtake him is Modric, bro.
Morocco wins that World Cup. He's the 4th best player on his own team, man. That's what it is.
He's the 4th best player.
He's the 4th best player on his own team.
Yeah, man. Hakimi's got a better World Cup legacy.
You're telling me Hakimi goes back to that PSG dressing room with the World Cup winners medal and the front 3 are pissed off? Nah, you can't tell me that.
If France win the World Cup again, I might have to start running Giroud over Neymar prop is all I'm saying.
Oh, 100%. Oh, you already eclipsed Harry Kane last week. We eclipsed Harry Kane. We let Harry
just
Kane
on mute, man.
No, see, don't do this because on the Q&A, sorry, Peter, on the Q&A that we had just the other day, I literally talked about how Kane should have scored the penalty. I don't care what people are trying to say about it because he plays for Tottenham. I don't care.
Yeah,
and for me, because he missed that penalty, like I said about Neymar, I keep the same energy for Kane. But you Neymar stans, especially you as well, you can't accept it because he scored a goal. Oh, he's
bro, he done what he had to do, bro.
Done what? What has he done?
Bro, he done what he needed to do, bro.
So, but
well, the first,
okay. You see, you said I just got muted. You just said I just muted myself, and when Kane was just mentioned, Kane scored a goal too. He done what he could have done too.
Bro, he had 2 opportunities to do it, bro.
Where was Neymar?
So Neymar, Neymar's opportunity.
Bro, he had two
Neymar had-
opportunities from
No,
12
no,
yards.
no,
He
no,
didn't
no,
don't
no,
compare it.
no, no, that's
Don't
wrong.
do that.
That's
Don't
wrong.
That's
do
the
that.
same
That's
logic.
wrong.
Don't compare
That's
it, bro.
wrong. That's wrong
One
because
at a
Neymar had
time.
the opportunity in that game where he could have scored even before the extra time, and he
Bro,
didn't
I can
take
say
the
the
chance.
same thing for Kane, bro. Kane had
Yeah, see,
had the
but see,
opening
but
two
you know what? You know what the
before
difference
two
is.
pens.
You know what the
What's your
difference
point?
is.
Cheated on
But you know what the difference is. But you know what the difference is.
What do you mean?
But you know
What do you mean the
No,
difference?
no,
There's no
serious.
difference, bro.
You know what the difference
One
is
at
here.
a
You wanna defend Neymar. You wanna defend Neymar for going out, but I'm not defending Kane for going
Bro,
out.
if
At the
Neymar
end of
missed
the
the
day,
penalty, I would have criticized it, bro. What's your point?
yeah, but still, my
Bro,
point
Kane
is
had
that
two.
my
Kane
point,
missed the 1-on-1 and he had two open play, two
hold on. My
penalties
point.
in 90 minutes,
Bro,
bro.
Neymar
There's
missed
no
literally a
comparison.
chance. Neymar
Just
literally
allow
missed a chance in the 90s, bro. And he played horribly in the 90s. At least I can even say, if I wanted to defend Kane, I could have said, even in the first half, at least he was proactive. He was looking like he was going to have a good game. He scored his
Proactive
penalty as well.
nonsense,
If I could have had all these excuses, I could have said, but I
Speaking
don't make
of England,
excuses for guys that have
speaking
expectations.
of England,
No,
hi Jerry.
we're not talking about England right now, Brian, because
Hey, Brian.
we're talking
Hi
about
Jerry.
what's it called?
What's
We're talking
up, bro?
about
Long time no see.
Hey,
Yeah,
what's it
bro.
called?
Good.
Brian, we're not talking about England. We're talking about Neymar, that fraud, fam.
Hey, I
So,
don't care
I'm
about
tired.
that
I'm tired.
Brazilian
I'm
Let
tired.
him
fraud.
finish.
Let's talk
One
about
sec. Let him finish. Let him finish,
Now
man.
because
Let him
I'm
finish.
tired. I'm tired of man wanna know for certain guys they can give this energy to everybody else here, but you can't give the energy to Neymar just because you like him. Like I said, you guys are just attracted.
That's
You
the
guys are just
issue.
attracted to him. You guys just love him. Like you
The
guys
blonde
actually
Brazilian,
want to be.
man.
You guys want to be his side chick, bro. Like he could
The
cheat on
racial-
you,
the
and
racial
you guys
big
will be
man.
like, "Yo, take me back, bro." This is what it is, bro. Because you
Nah,
man,
that's
you
crazy.
man love,
true, though.
you man love, because pretty much Neymar represents mediocrity since he's been at PSG, bro. But nobody wants to talk about it. I'm just being very harsh. I'm bringing you the harsh reality noises, but you man don't want to hear it. That's the reality.
What I
Bro,
will say.
I said
what,
it.
Reality hype.
What I will say is that because if he wins this tournament, we're having a whole different conversation. And what Jez is saying is 110% spot on. If Brazil would have won this World Cup and Neymar's the star player, it's all hail Neymar. His GOAT status is boosted, his legacy is even more cemented, and we're having different conversations. So now because he's gone out, we still have to have those same conversations about him being criticized. Him and Kane is the same. It's obviously worse for Neymar because he's a better player and a better team. Where it's the same conversation to be had. So we can't criticize Kane but not criticize Neymar. Same way you can't criticize Neymar but not criticize Kane. Like it goes hand in hand. They're the two
And the
best
thing
players
is,
in each of
Harry
them.
Kane's so protective.
And the
man,
thing is,
honestly.
I'll say about Neymar is if you just take the Croatia game, I don't even think I put the blame on him for that game, like him losing his team. But he had a poor tournament. Like he didn't have a good tournament. Like he got outshone by plenty of guys in the same team.
Yeah,
And
I'd
that
say
shouldn't be
about
happening.
the Croatia game, he turned up in the extra time of that. I thought the first 90 minutes he wasn't good. I thought even outside of the goal, I thought extra time, but that's not enough. Because here's the thing: if Brazil go through and they win that game 1-0, nobody's talking about anything else apart from all hell Neymar. That's why I don't like, again, more mental gymnastics. No one's talking about Paqueta or Fred or Richarlison or Anthony or Rafinha or Vinicius Jr. or Marquinhos or the manager or the fullbacks. No one's talking about all these things if they go through. It's all hell Neymar. But all of a sudden when they go out, it's Marquinhos missed the penalty. Rodrigo missed the penalty. Like, nah. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Let's call a spade. And I called this from before the tournament. I said this. Brazil are my picks. They're my favorites. They should win it. But if Neymar and Brazil don't win the competition, we're going to get these mental gymnastics over this. It's going to be everybody else's fault. And the grass is too green, and it was too long, and it was too hot in Qatar, and the sky was too blue, and all of the extra stuff, all the politics, and the game was shown on ITV and not BBC, and all this nonsense. Like, yo, he failed. Let's just call a spade the same way Harry Kane failed. Same way if France go out against Morocco, guess who's the first person that's going to be mentioned? Kylian Mbappe. Who's the first person I'm going to mention? Kylian, because it's right. Same way if England would have went out, if England would have knocked out France. I'm looking at Mbappe. What did you do? You're the best player. If you played 8, 9, 10 out of 10, then that's a different conversation. If you played a 5 or 6 and was quiet, I'm calling you out. Same way I criticize Mbappe for PSG not winning the Champions League yet. I also criticize Neymar for that. Because you man are good enough to help that team win that competition. I ain't gonna talk about Hakimi and Marquinhos and the goalkeeper and the manager. No. Let's talk about the 2 best players on the pitch, on the team. Because if they win it, that's who we're talking about. And this is not what we're doing. We're not doing that,
bro.
Man. Like, let's
At
start
some
calling
point,
spades.
at some point, talent has to equal production. Like
Yes.
It's always just, man, Neymar, he's so good, so talented, this, that, the other. Like, that's the same. It's like, if it's not leading to anything, who gives a fuck? Like, Spain, all this possession, all this hype. Like, that's all I was hearing. Just sideways, backwards passing led to nothing, bro. That's why I was on that too. Like, and people have these conversations like C1's having right now. He's a Neymar stat, top 3, this, that, the other. I wouldn't have him over a Franco Ribéry. I wouldn't have him over an Arjen Robben. Like, what do you mean? What have they achieved? What have Neymar achieved? What do you mean? No, compare the achievements. Hold on. Let me
checkmate. You got him. He said fair enough. You got him.
Listen. Neymar has won a Champions League and has a Ballon d'Or nomination. Franck Ribéry has the same thing. They both haven't won anything of internationally, apart from if Neymar you count the Olympics. I think he won. You know what I'm saying? Like,
2016. Yeah, 2016.
Yeah, I mean, I could go and win that. I mean, like,
that's
the whole thing. Like, you're talking about top 3. What are you talking about? He's not even top 3 wingers, let alone players.
If we're talking top 3, you should have top 3 achievements.
I think for me,
where's the achievements to back it up? It's all talent, but that leads to nothing. If it leads to nothing, fuck that talent. I'd rather have an Mbappe where that leads to actual production. Mbappe at 19 achieved what Neymar's dream is. Neymar would get everything he has ever won for that World Cup that Mbappe achieved at 19. Everything.
Don't forget Mbappe scored in the World Cup final as well. Don't forget that.
Neymar,
what are we talking about here?
Griezmann was better in the 2018
No,
that's right.
With Neymar, yeah. What's the difference between him and Adel Trapp, for example?
What? Yeah? There's more trophies.
What's wrong with you?
Wait. Let me explain my point.
Let him land on this. It is Ahmed after all. Go on.
No, but what I mean by that?
The plane's got no wheels, but we like seeing Ahmed crash and burn. So let's go. Go on, Ahmed.
No, but what I mean by Adel Trapp is Adel Trapp and Neymar in the sense that they both were really skillful players. On their day, they're unplayable. They were at times able to produce, but the difference was obviously Adel Trapp had attitude issues and that sort of stuff, and he didn't really pass the ball that much. But with Neymar, you can almost make the same. You can almost make the same difference. But
you can't. No, you can't. One producer at a much higher level. Don't do that nonsense, please.
Ribéry and Arjen Robben.
Bro, at least say Bill or something.
Gareth
Ahmed, you're sitting here and saying somebody with 350 professional assists can't pass the ball well.
No, I'm not talking about. No, I just said that when I said Trapp, that was a Trapp thing, not a Neymar thing. No. I was differentiating both of them. One didn't want to pass, and one did. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference. Yeah.
Okay, so Neymar is Adel Trapp. If Adel Trapp was unselfish, is that what you're saying?
Basically, yes. And was.
For fuck's sake.
Hey, I told you. Hey, did I not say the plane had no wheels? Did I not say that?
I mean, you did say it. Whatever. No, but.
I was kind of rocking with what Justin saying.
Taxi for Ahmed. Taxi.
Or at least just said Bill or something. Fuck me.
Hey, you know what the thing is, bro? Back to what Matata was saying, bro. You know what it is, bro? The thing is, Neymar is he does rainbow flicks, bro.
Tell me, bro.
He does the rainbow flicks. He does
I understand.
Man said rainbow flicks,
What's that, man? Not you to you, yeah?
Hold on,
bro. That's the quiz, yeah?
That's the impressions on lock. I can't lie, yo. He sounds like Jez, yo.
Man said Neymar. That's the quiz, Come on, Jez, man.
Hold on. Jez, hold on. I understand what Ahmed.
This is what he does do.
I don't understand Ahmed's point. It has no reference.
It's
I get what Ahmed's trying to say. I mean,
but you just said it in an Ahmed way.
No, but flawless. Think about it this way. Compare Neymar to Emerson Royale when he plays for Somalia.
Oh,
you understand?
This guy
Let
took
go,
me
big
in.
man.
I thought he was
You
gonna
didn't
say
really
something
think Prime was
serious,
going to say a serious point.
I thought I was engaged, yo. I was involved, yo. I was like, let me hear what Prime's got to say here and now. This guy just went. It was a good match.
fell for that.
I like that. I really did, man.
can't believe
believe I fell for it, bro.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
Flores,
No,
Flores, Flores,
but
your
can we
alarm
come back
should
to
have
real
gone
quick too?
Hang on, Flores, your alarm should have.
Bro, let just try to cook me.
Hang on. Your alarm should have gone up when Prime said, "I understand what Ahmed is saying." That's your trigger.
Yeah,
right there. That is your trigger right there.
I should have known. Go on, Jess, before we close out. Go on, say what you're
Go
gonna
on,
say.
bro.
No. See, the funny thing is, I'm actually gonna say the word again at some point, but have your laugh, stuff. You know what? Touche. But
Touche, bro.
Touche. No, but like I said, man, for me, Neymar, again, like
Clear
you can call him as talent. You can.
I just realized
You can.
Oh man, don't piss me off.
See, you can be as talented as you want to, bro. But like for me, if you can't show me what you were supposed to do, like for God's sake, bro, like Bayern Munich won the Champions League. Like no, what I didn't expect the Bayern Munich to win the Champions League. And
why did they win the Champions League?
No. I don't even want to hear like or whatever you want to say for PSG in it, but with Neymar, like again, like I always say, man, you just love seeing him with his blonde hair. Like you guys, like Simon, you probably dyed your hair blonde, bro.
I haven't dyed my hair blonde, bro.
This is what I'm saying. Like you guys just love Neymar.
Just if I dye my hair blonde, I won't be alive.
Like for me, this is worse than the Cristiano defense. Just at least even Cristiano fans, some of them will somehow admit eventually, okay, it might be time to retire. Some can actually go to that point. Obviously, there's a lot of people that want to still be delusional, but there's people that can at least admit it. Neymar fans will never admit that Neymar is a failure in his career. Never. They can't.
Bro, Ronaldo has 5 Champions Leagues.
One second. Literally 1 second before you man go. Yo, there's over 70 of you lot locked in. That's big. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you do that, whether you're watching this live right now. Where else you getting entertainment like this? Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. Is road to 5K. Hit the notification bell. Links underneath in the description for the Twitch as well, because if you like the content, you're only getting half of it if you're watching on YouTube. So go follow the Twitch as well, and also subscribe to Lewis's channel, Carefree Lewis G. The link is underneath in the description. Mods, I don't know how many likes we're on, but I already know it's not enough. You know what I'm saying? So
50
get
likes,
them
so.
likes up. Is it?
50.
All right, so we got over how many?
50.
Oh, we got 50. All right, big up to you lot, actually. I'm surprised.
No, not good enough. 70.
Not good enough. There's
Bump it
70
up,
people
I'm surprised.
watching.
There's 70. Get
That's
out to
crazy,
60.
bro.
Get out to 60. And don't forget as
So
well,
it's only
check
go
out
over
people.
1,000.
Before you go, yeah, I'm gonna let you go. Let me just do this real ad real quick in it. www.thelatesttrends.net. Make sure you check out the website, people. Online designer clothing store. It's cheap. It's online designer clothing store, designer clothing at cheaper prices, people. You got menswear on there, females wear, kids, trainers, plus more. You can see it there on the website. The link for that is underneath in the description. It's also in the comment section. Make sure you check out the Instagram, D2, Prada, Stone Islands, Palms Angels, Off-White, Armani, plus more. Make sure you go check it out. www.thelatesttrends.net. You can see the kicks on there as well. They got the Jordans, they got the Nikes, plus more. Check it out. But yeah, go on, Simon. Say what he's gonna say.
No, I thought my Tazo wanted to speak after.
Oh, is it Tazo?
I said I'll speak
go on,
after
Tazo.
a minute.
Yeah, go on, Tazo.
This guy said, so C1, are you just saying that as a Neymar stand, or he's clear of Ribery and Robin, or do you actually believe that?
Yes, I believe he's better than him. Yes. And what?
Raw.
Again,
nonsense.
It's separate issues in terms of, are we talking like a player's talent versus a productivity? That's what that is.
I'm just saying all time. All time. Is there that much of a difference between a Ribery, a Robin, and a Neymar?
I hear what you.
I forgot about Matty Cash getting skinned by Mbappe either.
Bro, like,
I hear what you're saying.
before we
No,
let that go,
Tazo, I get what you're saying. I
see one
hear
like
that.
Jack Grealish and anybody who kind of looks like Jack Grealish. Maybe.
Yeah, man. You're relaxed to that one.
That being said, what we're
True,
forgetting
man.
about is the worst penalties taken in the entire
You want this
tournament.
2-2
Japan, yeah?
man.
Everyone reckon Japan.
Army,
Everyone
don't
agree
mess
with
with
Ayo,
that?
shut up, man.
Everyone
Listen,
agree.
Japan,
Hey,
we're
Ahmed,
a
let's
team.
crash on your country now. How's your country?
No, listen, we're not crashing on my country. Okay,
Bro,
we
yo,
can't take
Flo, this
penalties, but
Abdi
we're
agrees
quality,
with me,
man.
bro.
Oh wait, your
Abdi agrees
actual
with me.
country? How did that Somalia Eswatini AFCON playoff go, mate?
Oh Jesus.
Yo, listen, you know we got a new FA actually today. They
That's
Let's
great,
go,
man.
man.
New FA hype. You see what
New FA,
FA?
you know what I mean?
man.
Road to 2030, road to 2030, man. Road to 2030.
I'll tell you what the FA means in a minute, man. As well.
Yo, Flawless, man. Check the comments.
Oh,
Abdi
my
agrees
God.
with me.
They saying, yeah, Neymar's better than
Oh.
Ribby. Okay, that's cool. Saying Neymar's better than Ribby and Robin is cool, but then whose career would you rather have? This is Giroud, Harry Kane. Whose career would you
See,
rather have?
Hey,
C1,
would I
C1.
rather
You
have a
all day
winning?
longer.
Would I rather have a
Like,
winning
I'm-
goal in the UCL or no, man? I don't
And
know.
when we say that, we gotta separate Neymar's career in terms of forget his Barcelona career.
Scott
That's
Carson won the
solidified.
UCL.
I'm talking about after
Yeah,
Barcelona.
man.
I'm talking about life after Barcelona.
Hey,
Neymar,
C1.
Winning goal in the UCL.
C1,
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I think Neymar is better than Ribery. I'm saying all things considered, with what they produced, right? Because talent is one thing, but I judge people on what they actually produce, not what their talent showed. Like, what did you put on the pitch, not what you're capable of. And if you do the research, it'll be closer than you think.
I'm not saying it's not close, bro.
Like I'm just saying that. Like that's why you're saying, oh, he's top three, no doubt. Like, no, bro. I like, with all things considered, I would put Gareth Bale ahead of him. I would put Luka Modric ahead of him. I'd put a bunch of people ahead of him, bro.
Maybe
as a player,
Modric, man.
as a
man,
player,
sit down, man.
he's not achieved nearly as what those guys have achieved.
Hey man, when Hakim
Nearly.
World Cup, he's top 3, man.
Hey,
Yes, yeah, like
Hey, don't want this. Hey, Peter, when Hakim is gonna come back to the camp and is gonna whisper to Neymar ears, bro, like, I got a World Cup. Where's your space?
Hey, it's not even Hakimi, man. It's Buffal. When Buffal was you guys have had it, man.
You know,
Hey,
it's crazy that,
when he plays
you know what's
against Angus,
crazy?
West Ham reject?
Hakimi now has a better legacy
Or
in the World Cup than Neymar.
Bro, if Amrabat wins, he's better than Makelele, man. Charge it.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
How dare you?
See, bro, this guy,
Get this man out, man. Get this man out, man.
This guy tried to crash on Makalele and thought he was.
No, I'm joking, man.
He's
That's a
Nigerian.
booking, fam.
Let me just say
Bro,
this.
I don't
Allow.
cook the beer.
Let me just say this. C1.
Bro, it was a joke, man.
Nah, that's too far, man. Some jokes is too far, man. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Nah,
you
nah,
think
nah,
that's
nah,
back
nah.
on the BLM, man? Come on, man.
Put C1.
C1. Do not allow an African nation to win their first World Cup in Neymar's era. Don't allow that. Don't allow that, man. Don't allow that. You think Messi or Ronaldo could ever? Don't do that.
We can't have the last roar of Messi, Ronaldo, and Neymar's supposed crowning moment be ruined by Morocco trophy picks. That's all I'm saying.
Ziyech.
The funny thing about all this is, yeah. The funny
That
thing,
number 21 as well for Morocco. Oh,
Yusuf
man.
and City has 4 goals in his last 9 months at Sevilla. He has 4 goals since February. He has 4 goals since February at Sevilla.
Are you talking about that Moroccan striker?
Yes.
He's arse, man. He's so bad. Apparently, Arsenal wanted him like a couple of years ago. Fucking hell.
Scott. Hold on. Scott, lower the tone in your voice. He's scoring the winning goal in the final. Lower the tone in your voice. Lower the tone.
I'll say this, right? It takes something to upstage Lukaku's performance when he came on. This guy did it twice in a row.
Andrew, I'm not talking about the number 21. I'm talking about the guy that started every game for Morocco. He's fucking garbage.
Whoever tried to chip Diego Costa in the fucking stoppage time, if Portugal would have scored and that would have went to extra time, that guy would have had to die on the pitch. His family, that was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
That chip attempt was disgraceful.
Put it in and be a hero. He chipped it into the guy's belly button. It was disgusting. Hey man,
wait, no.
Listen, man.
You see, the funny thing about this as well is it's funny thing.
Yo, but yo,
Hey, no, fuck you,
we-
man.
yeah,
I just want to say
yeah,
something
Ahmed,
with the
hold
flaws,
that.
man.
Yeah, go on,
Because
Jez. Go on. Last
the
point
funny-
before I close out.
Yeah,
Go on,
last
Jez,
point.
go on.
Last point is, man. The funny thing is, yeah, Morocco could actually win the World Cup, but and Neymar could actually still go to the next World Cup. But the fucked up thing about is he's gonna play either for LA Galaxy or Inter Miami because he already announced his retirement after this. So like, it's sad that he's going on like this. But
It's gonna be 44 by
crazy.
that time.
Hey, he's better than your
Yes,
face,
yes,
man.
yes,
Charge
yes,
him.
yes. So
crazy.
yes, so
It
yes,
is.
he could still play. But big up
But
everyone.
people, big up. Make sure you
Big
hit
up.
the like button. I did not expect this semi-final preview, you know what I'm saying, to be on this long and go this well. You know what I'm saying? And as many of you lot who
What
locked
do you
in
mean, man?
as you have.
Superstars, except for Ahmed and C1.
Bro, don't mention our name again, man. Calm yourself.
Hey, man. Hey, C1, you got 10 minutes and you got to whisper because it's bedtime, little nigga.
It's
Don't
not
talk to me
bedtime, bro. Just speak how I want.
like this, little nigga.
But yeah, as I was
Calm.
saying, as I was saying,
No,
people,
he
make sure,
probably
make
can't
sure,
speak too loud. That's all. He can't speak too loud in his room. That's all it is. You know what I mean?
make sure,
Bro, this is how I always talk, man. What are you doing?
If C1's parents wake up, they'll take away his Neymar poster.
I hate you, man.
Hey, Jez, go in your little brother's room. Tell him to calm down, please.
Oh, get this Jez guy out of here.
Hey, the funny thing is, it's the name of the picture in the 2018 World Cup when he's rolling around like 10 meters. Yeah. Hey, no.
You lot, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. Don't forget the link for the membership is in the pinned comment. Also, the man that will be going live on the Twitch for the NFL show, NFL Talks, the Over Football show. That won't be live
We're
here.
discussing
though. It'll be
Neymar on
live
that show as
on the
well.
Twitch. They'll probably crash on Neymar somehow.
Oh, we
but
will.
yeah, link for the membership is in the pinned comment. If you want to be a part of this madness, that's a surefire way to make sure you are is join the membership. But like I said, how you support for free, hit the like button, subscribe. Get us to 5K expeditiously. Obviously, like I said, NFL Talks 1 a.m. so just over half an hour, and then tomorrow we're back with the first semi-final. Actually,
Oh,
the
yeah.
first semi-final,
7 o'clock.
Argentina Croatia. Is it 7 p.m. the
Yeah,
kick?
Yeah,
7 p.m.
So we'll be going live at 6:30 p.m. People, we'll go
What,
live
tomorrow?
half an
What,
hour
tomorrow?
before kickoff. Yeah, it's tomorrow, Jeremiah. Yeah,
Oh shit.
it caught you off guard, innit? Tomorrow, yeah, man, 6:30 p.m. Tomorrow, people, we will be going live here on the YouTube
Jeremiah,
channel.
hold that, bro. Hold that, bro.
And then
What do you
what
mean
am I
hold
doing?
that?
There's a
What do you mean hold
England,
that?
England, hold that.
Oh, stop
just
that,
tell him
please,
shut
bro.
up, Jeremiah. Tell
Yeah,
him
Oh,
shut
yeah,
up.
man.
Just
Yeah,
I
shut
have
up,
the back
Bill.
there,
Let's
man.
go.
Leave me
Let's go.
alone.
Let's
Stop, man.
shut up,
Hold
man.
that.
Shut up.
Yeah, but
Hold that.
yeah,
Ask him
and
where
then we'll be going.
Nigeria was in the World Cup. Yeah, or Ireland.
Let's go,
Hey,
man.
hey, Nigeria went home, England went home, Ireland went home.
You didn't even go. Nigeria didn't even get out of the house, let alone go home.
Hey, we're all home, man. Hey, we're all home. We're both home. But we're all home. We're all home.
But yeah,
You got
point.
locked
people,
in.
like I said, check out the upcoming live stream schedule. NBA watch along as well tomorrow. I think it's Grizzlies Bucks. I believe so. So yeah, that'll be
No,
there on them.
whatever.
Hey,
Grizzlies.
man.
Grizzlies.
check.
But, hey, that's the
AD's
best game
healthy.
check
What was
here.
that, the weekend?
If you got a better game, let us know, innit? That's the
Hey,
best
Pia,
game
man.
I
tomorrow.
know you're not
Down
about
two
to check
good
basketball
games.
to me. I know you're not
Hey,
about to.
Pia, man. AD's healthy, man. Giannis, we're watching.
Before we
That's what
move.
I'm
Yo,
saying.
Jez, anything you want to add anyway before we close out?
No, okay, bro.
If Sen is watching from our burner account, name us a fraud.
There we go. Yo, Scott, anything
Hey,
you
it's
want to
Warriors
add?
Bucks tomorrow, by the way, and then Celtics.
Oh, is it Warriors Bucks? All right.
Celtics Lakers.
Wait, what time? Celtics Lakers, is that 3 a.m.?
Yeah.
Okay,
I am-
and the early one is
Are we
Warriors.
giving
Yeah.
that a tactical skip?
Anyway, there's an upcoming live stream schedule, people. It's on
We
the,
might skip that one because that might get
We
bad.
should just watch Pelicans games. That's all we should watch, man.
Nah,
Hey,
if there
the
was,
Pelicans
I
do
would
play
watch a
tomorrow,
Pelicans game.
So, Surfer, you are welcome to pull up. They do play tomorrow.
What
I'm
time?
gonna
team.
I'm gonna jump on, but I'm
Pelicans,
gonna be
Jazz at 2
watching
a.m.
Pelicans, man.
Yeah, is the Pelicans Grizzlies 1 a.m. in it?
Nah, Pelicans.
Not
Grizzlies
Pelicans
don't play
Grizzlies.
tomorrow. I think it's.
I mean,
the
anyway,
Warriors,
there's a game at 1
Warriors
a.m.
Bucks is half 12. It's half 12.
All right, cool. It's on the upcoming
Hey.
live stream schedule, people.
No,
You know what I'm
tune in,
saying?
just watch what you want to watch, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
well,
Just-
probably be Jazz Pelicans in it. Actually, I think I did put Jazz Pelicans. I can't remember. I do too many of these streams, people. I don't have a fucking clue. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule in it.
Just see what Flawless did in
it,
it, man. Just see what
Flawless
Flawless did in it.
And I did it yesterday, so
This
we
guy's
moved.
acting like we can't just watch a different game. Like it doesn't matter what he's.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that
If-
too.
if
Nah, I
we
just
can
saw the
see it on
people.
top, I hopped
Yeah,
on a
yeah,
Lakers
that's true.
stream. I refuse to watch. Like I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I enjoy Lakers streams. They're always
I'm
fun.
gonna put my own team on the unwatchable list. I don't even care. I'm here for hoop.
Facts and vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Team's
We name
crying
our
too
World
much,
Cup,
man.
but we move. Yo, Scott, anything you want to add before we close out?
Just like and subscribe, all that stuff, and share the video around. Check out all the upcoming live streams like Flawless mentioned. Yeah, that's about it. Southgate out and all that jazz.
Big up. Prime.
Southgate forever, baby.
Lewis, Daniel, Bator, Jeremiah, Scott,
Nigeria.
Ahmed. Hold
Why
that,
does man
bro.
think we care? Hey, why does man think we
Hold
care?
that.
But what
Hold
man
that.
here for?
Stop,
What
man.
man for?
I live
Alright.
to my country,
Hold
though.
that.
I'm gonna just
Hold
start muting
Prime,
everyone.
stop
Peter,
it,
anything
man.
you wanna add?
Do we just tell Scott to hold that because he's white and he's English? He doesn't support England.
No. Not because he's white, because he's English.
He
Hold that.
doesn't support England though. He like.
I don't care. Hold that.
Peter, anything you wanna add? Fam?
Guys, tap in. Remember, if you fuck with us, subscribe. If you really hate us, leave a dislike. Don't be one of those weird passive viewers who does nothing to engage with the content. Engage, help the content get out there. We peaked at about 70 viewers, which is cool. Drop the likes. Shout out to everybody in the live chat, even you annoying niggas like Abdi. But it is what it is. And we'll see you guys next time.
Simple.
Like, share, follow, subscribe, everything like that. If you do join the membership, I'll just warn you right now. If you're thin-skinned and you jump on this stream, we will destroy you.
Yeah, this is not a safe space. This is a notoriously unsafe space.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. Bring your A game. Bring your A game. Everyone's on the A game, man.
The fucking Lions then in it. That's why even
Yeah,
Ryan got cursed out and dipped. You know what I'm saying?
You're welcome to come on and cook, but like we will also probably insult you a little bit, at least.
We will treat you like every.
Jason Tatum at the NBA Finals last year, man. We performed. You know what I mean? That's all.
Listen, man, he's a bum, man. Listen,
Jason Tatum,
against the Warriors, he's got.
Jason Tatum, the North remembers. The North remembers. He doesn't get enough features for that, by the way.
Just know, if you come on here, you will be treated like every half decent winger up against Trent, man. You'll get skinned.
Wow.
Actually, no, we treat you just like wise man. Like if you don't have to.
Yeah, facts.
Like,
and nobody's exempt.
just
I run this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I get trolled people, so nobody's safe. I run this shit. I keep the lights on out here. And I get
yeah.
You know
Hold
what I'm
up
saying?
for this. Hold up.
Just shut up, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, how about you shut up, man? Hey, don't tell me shut up. You shut up.
Scott, just like Southgate, you're on your
How about that?
flawless. Just like Southgate, you're on your last legs. So
Yeah, man, 100%. I get treated terribly out here. But whoever was
Fuck you,
even that?
Ahmed. No one's talking to you. The fuck?
Yo, shut up here, man. No one's talking to you either. What is this nonsense, man? That's crying like the fence.
You better make sure Somaliland isn't trying to take over, brother. You need to go back to the homeland. Make sure everything's cool.
Where was I up to? Was it you, Surfer? Was it with you? Or was it Peter?
Yeah, it was me, man.
Yeah, go on, carry you. Finish it out.
No, tune in half an hour's time. NFL talks.
And we will start on time this time because I'll be there.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Now from now on the Twitch.
Yeah, we will start. Everything's set up, so we'll start right away.
Yeah,
you want-
like, share, subscribe. If you don't, you're racist.
Yeah.
He stole my line.
Yes.
He stole my line.
Yes, and lastly,
anti-racist. Subscribe to the channel.
I know he's gonna dick suck Neymar. Go ahead.
lastly,
Hey,
but not least,
if you wanted to, all right. We're accepting of all lifestyles and lifestyle choices here at Sarcasm.
It's 2022, man.
Shut up, Peter.
We have someone who's a representative.
He's trying to get us canceled out here.
No, that's not true. Hey, that's not true. If you're an England fan, I will discriminate against you.
Lord have
Oh,
mercy.
we wouldn't make fun of your lifestyle choices. We just accept that you make them.
And lastly but not least, man. Neymar's clear of your faves, man.
See?
Good night.
See? What I say?
Good night, because it's past 12:30 and he can't talk loud anymore. That's the.
Hey, just show up for the NFL show, man, in about an hour or half an
hour. Half an hour. This guy's no
half an
time
hour.
his own show starts, man.
I mean, sometimes we're late because of your ass, but yeah, whatever, man.
I literally just said we're starting on time because I'm gonna feed you and you can listen. Right?
Yeah, whatever, mate.
NFL show half an hour, people. Twitch, Jeremiah, always good to
Chicago
talk to you, my
public school
guy.
education system, man. God damn.
Anything you want to add, let them know where they can find you, all that good stuff.
Yo, what about me, fam?
Yo, I'm in short, man. That's slapped in it. I'm sorry, man.
No one cares. Jeremiah, go ahead. Jeremiah, go ahead.
I care. I care.
No, you don't.
You don't
care.
No, I'm not joking, Jeremiah. I'm joking genuinely, guys.
You don't care, bro. Ahmed, what you gotta say? What you gotta say?
Nothing.
It doesn't matter what you gotta say. Go to Jeremiah.
It doesn't matter what you think. Ahmed, respect your elders. Yeah, respect your elders.
Go on, Jeremiah, man.
Hey, Jeremiah.
Yeah, smash like button, yeah. Fullest, thanks for having you on, and good them, yeah. And yes, one thing I learned my lesson on is game the hopes up too much above my England, but I
Hold
don't
that.
know.
Hold that.
I understand. I don't know what Pam was talking about. Yeah,
Hold
when
that.
I'm
Hold
back in
that.
my country, yeah, I'm back in the manager.
Let
But
him finish, fam.
I finally seen the light now. Yeah, that someone get good enough. Southgate out. I respect you what we've done, but time is up. But yeah, and just hope for the best. It is what it is. Yeah, but it's part of life. Yeah, but yeah, thanks for having me on, Flawless.
Anytime, man. All right. Love to everyone
Yeah.
that's locked in. Like I said, upcoming live stream schedule here on the YouTube and on the Twitch. In typical Sarcasm City TV fashion, we do the longest outros, but here we are in it. But big up to everyone who's supporting, man. Please continue to support. It's much appreciated. I hope you lot are enjoying these shows as much as I do, because these men are hilarious.
Yo,
innit?
whoever
So-
took their like back, fuck you. We went from
yeah. We'll end on that. Whoever took your like back, fuck you.
It
innit?
was
But
me.
yeah. Yeah, it was the typical admin.
Kick him.
Hey, Omen,
Get him out, bro. Get him out. Get him
right
out.
now.
Yeah, 100%. That's a straight red, fam.
Army, that's a red card for 3 day.
Yeah, hold you little prick.
You held that. But yeah, love to everyone that's locked in. And this has been the World Cup semi-finals preview, FIFA World Cup 2022.
And we got the like
on
back. We got it back.
the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.
Southgate in.